We'll have to talk about that one afterwards. Because that's a whole mess in itself.
So, everywhere I go, Joe, families be like, where you from? You know, whether it be New York or the UK. And I be like, I'm from DC, DC. I'm from DC, DC. I'm from DC, DC. I'm from DC, DC. Yeah, and they don't believe it, you know. So I just tell them this right here. Let the beat rock, let the beat rock, let the beat rock.
Now that was a good one. We'll have to talk about that one afterwards. Because that's a whole mess in itself.
So, everywhere I go, Joe, families be like, where you from? You know, whether it be New York or the UK. And I be like, I'm from DC, DC. I'm from DC, DC. I'm from DC. I'm from DC, DC. I'm from DC, DC. Yeah, and they don't believe it, you know. So I just tell them this right here. Let the beat rock, let the beat rock, let the beat rock.
Now that was a good one. We'll have to talk about that one afterwards. Because that's a whole mess in itself.
So, everywhere I go, Joe, families be like, where you from? You know, whether it be New York or the UK. And I be like, I'm from DC, DC. I'm from DC, DC. I'm from DC. I'm from DC, DC. I'm from DC, DC. Yeah, and they don't believe it, you know. So I just tell them this right here. Let the beat rock, let the beat rock, let the beat rock.
Now that was a good one. Well, hello, y'all. Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? Can y'all hear me? Let me go down the list and speak and stuff from the bottom up. Hey, the Bushes, So Bomb, Sister, Vibrant Love, Cola James, Under New Management, Shani 48, Penny Proud, KC, and Renee, what's up, cousin? Thank you, Shani. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hey, sister, King Kaios, let me see, Trini Gal, Under New Management. What you doing, Dusty? My Dusty Boo. Hey, Vibrant Love, Saggy Twin, and Fine J. I appreciate you all for coming in today. My voice a little shaky. Having little throat issues right now. But let me get back to the comments. I'd like to welcome all of y'all to the district. Hey, Miss Gerald. Hey, Chit Chat. Okay, Chit Chat, you got to be nosy. Hey, the thing is, how are you, baby? There's not much going on in the streets except for more fight talk. So basically, I'm gonna just go ahead and get into the letters. Okay, this is my first letter, y'all, and it's called Mr. 49. It says, "Hi, Yaya. This week is really this has been really rough for me. For a while now, I've been getting cussed out and bullied for speaking the truth. It was this girl that wears heavy makeup and looks like a drag queen who tried to compete against a real woman, and I spoke up because it wasn't right. This bigger main content creator basically has followed me around and has been trying to bully me for my opinion. I also am like an employee in other spaces where I help to moderate. Ooh, this shady. Those two places have also been really rough for me. This guy who I work for continues to punish me and lecture me about what to do and he's done the same thing to others. And the other woman I work for, she doesn't want me to go anywhere else. I think I read this one. So now I'm just really in a bad place. I've been in my room under the covers all day, and I haven't ate anything all day. My family is worried. We read that one before. I don't know how I got that again. Anywho, that was, I don't know if that letter came from Rodney, but let me just speak on the sense. Yes, that was shady as shit. I don't know if that was a letter from actual Rodney, but if it was, bring your ass up out of hiding. Come and stand your ground. Stop being a punk. Don't nobody like punks. Hey Curry. Hey Brick Girl. Um, when you say something, I always tell y'all stand in y'all shit, and that's all you can do. Don't go running. Ain't no need in running. Okay, my next letter. Oh, I really miscounted. I only got two. And this ain't even a real letter. This is just a one line. It's called selfish. I have not been in sector long, but I can't stand Jay Dunn. Can you drop her off the live stream? I guess that was from the last live. They play too much. Anonymous. This is, she says thank, or he or she, I don't know. It says thank you for reading my letter and for your words of encouragement and advice. I'm using your reaction and the reaction of your chat to gauge future responses. If I decided to talk to a professional, wait a minute. If I decided to talk to a professional, aside from Ken Nola calling me a freak, which I wasn't at 10 years old, all the feedback was on point, and I appreciate you and Lady Nika for your compassion for not shaming me. Believe it or not, that was my first step in healing. I've never spoken on this situation in 40 years. Not one word. Thanks again, y'all. Y'all. Peace and blessings to you and yours. Okay, so I believe that letter is from the young lady that said that when we did commentary on about the cousin, the female cousin that had been abusing her. We didn't miss the beginning. Do y'all remember that letter? Hey, soul sister. Do y'all remember that letter, or do y'all want me to go back and read it for y'all? The first letter she sent. Hey, bro. Hey, sugar plum. Treasure cash. Hey, boo. Um, let me see. Let me see if I can find her letter. That wasn't that. Okay, I found the letter. Her letter says, I'm a 50-year-old female, but I'm still angry, hurt, and embarrassed by a family secret I'm, I've been holding since I was 10. When I attended, when I attend family functions, I still get nauseous feeling about the things my older female cousin made me do to her while her mother, my aunt, was watching me. She was 15 and fully developed, but always wanted someone, me, sucking her breast and rubbing between her legs. She bullied me at younger years, but as her attraction to boys developed, the bullying turned into me being her boyfriend. Excuse me, and learning to French kiss and how to touch her. I don't think she ever touched me. It only lasted a few months, and I stopped going there as much. She probably doesn't even remember, but every holiday till this day, I certainly do. Our parents were twins, so our family is very tight. I don't think I ever blow up the family bond, but I need to heal. I definitely need to. I definitely need to heal. I don't remember ever protesting nor fighting back, and I definitely never told an adult. My parents would have believed me, but I still never did. I was an only child, and her sisters were my only friends at the time. Where do I go from here? So, Lady Nika and I had talked about this, and we had said that she needs to get help. That for her to heal, which she really seems to want to do, that we felt that she should get counseling and maybe seek out her clergy and talk to them also. Um, Once she's healed enough to speak about it, we felt that maybe she would talk to her parents and actually go up and say something to the cousin that was abusing her. So that was her reply to the letter. She came back and gave us like a little sort of a thank you note stating, and I'm gonna read that one more time for y'all that just came in. Thank you for the reading of my letter and your words of encouragement and advice. I'm using your reaction and the reaction of your chat to gauge future responses if I decide to talk to a professional. Aside from Ken Nola calling me a freak, which I wasn't at 10 years old, all the feedback was on point, and I appreciate you and Lady Nika for your compassion and for not shaming me. Believe it or not, that was my first step in healing. I've never spoken this situation in 40 years, not one word. Thanks again, Yaya. Peace and blessings to you and yours. I that's a problem with us as a society. We always want to blame the victim. And at 10 years old, there's no way she should be blamed for anything or called a freak. I didn't hear Ken say that, but I mean, not simply a queen. It wasn't on Netflix. These are letters that people write in. Hey, Hazel. Exactly. She shouldn't have been called a freak and she shouldn't have been shamed. You can't shame a child for the actions of someone who is much older than them. And even though it was only 5 years, that girl was already interested in sex and boys and all of that. So how could you blame that person for doing it? Um, that's like cussing out a rape victim because they had on short. So I don't see it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought I had more letters. I miscounted. I thought I had left off at 39, but it wasn't. Who y'all talking about, bro? You just low simply. It was just a letter that she had sent in last week, and I read it this week. Y'all, I really don't have much to do today. I can sit up here and kick it with y'all, but I don't have many. And let me keep my letters open right here where I can see them if I get a new one. Um, but yeah, it's been a slow weekend. Just for fun, can you please change your name, boo? TMO is very much welcome over here, and I appreciate it if you take it out, change your name. Um, I'm not being holy or drinking. My throat hurt a little bit. Hey Berber, my baby, my throat hurt a little bit. So, what would y'all like to talk about? Hey, and Bernadette, can somebody grab if they don't change that name, yeah, if they chat right in here again, then yes, please time them out. Hey, Miss T Velocity, thank you for joining me. I'm so sorry I didn't get that many letters. What video, bro? I haven't seen the Oh, okay. Thank you. Hey Jay, I don't see you. I didn't see you come in. I'm sorry. What video are you speaking of, bro? Hey, bestie. No, but I was getting ready to. It really wasn't many. It was only like two big things that I really saw and was watching. Hey, K Fit, my baby. Hey, Miss LA. The wine. Um, Brooke, did you answer my question? 504. Oh, tonight we just having steak, loaded mashed potatoes and salad. I ain't cooking tonight though. Um, the main event. Let me also drop my link because y'all say I don't never do it right. Yeah, it was only one joke letter saying they wanted Jaden off the stream. The next letter was a reply from the lady that, hey Levon, reply from the lady who said that said she thanked us for reading her letter last week about her being assaulted by her cousin when she was 10 and her cousin was 15. Hey Nikki. And but did I only have two? I thought I had three. Let me see. That was her. That was the joke letter. Yeah, that was it. And we went back over the letter that sounded like it came from Rodney, but we don't know if that was Rodney or not. Okay, I just got a new letter. See, y'all saved me. I love y'all. So this letter is called Stuck in the Middle. It starts off with, when I was 20, my two half sisters and stepbrother found out a man in his early 30s was coming to was coming to be my stepdad's son. Was claiming, okay, was claiming to be my stepdad's son. Let me let the police go past. My stepdad denied it, but admitted to knowing the man's mom. Fast forward to C19. I'm in my late 30s now, and the man is almost 40 something. My youngest sister decided to reach out to him. They met up, and the man told her all he wanted was to know yes or no if our dad was his dad. My stepbrother is an asshole and didn't care. My sisters felt bad and wanted to know the truth themselves. I told them I would support whatever they decide. My middle sister decided to do a DNA test. Turns out the man is my stepfather's son. Not one of us told our parents, and now I kind of feel uncomfortable that my mom doesn't know. At this point, I decided to stay out of it. But do you think I should tell my mom? By the way, love this segment. Thank you so much. Um, I'm real big on. Oh, I'm sorry. This hooker. 1 second, Brooke.
Yep, I'm here.
Okay.
All right, I'll go
Um,
on mute to finish that.
okay. Um, y'all know I'm big on telling the truth in certain instances, but I don't think there's any way possible I wouldn't tell my mother that. I feel like that's your stepfather, and yes, you love him, but that's your mom. And even though it may um cause some friction, the man 40, it's not like it's a baby. It was prior to him knowing your mother and y'all, so it's not like he stepped out on your mom. And by him not even taking the time to try to find out if the little boy, well, if the man was his son, he already knew. But you need to tell your mom. You don't want your mother to feel like you had more loyalty to him than her. And even though it might hurt her, she'll be all right in the long run. Um, him than her. Oh, wait a minute. Let me. Even though it might hurt her, she'll be. I'm trying to go to the other part. Uh, I'm looking for one name, y'all. Give me 1 second. So, I think you definitely should tell your mom that you never want to keep a secret like that from her, where he can somebody else can come and she finds out that y'all knew, and she would know because you already said your middle sister took the test and y'all found out it was and you knew about it. So it seemed like all three of y'all are betraying her, and I can't say the stepbrother doesn't care because that's his father. So yeah, hey PDP. So what's up, bro?
So I wanted to tell you where the fight was. It wasn't no real fight. It was daughter here with her cartoon. She
Oh yeah,
created
I saw
the
that.
fight. So that's what I
Mm.
was talking about when I was
Oh,
responding
okay.
back to her. I told her I liked her her video was cute.
Well, I'm glad you're here Because you showed your ass the last time we was on a panel together, the time before last, let me say. With the over talking and stuff, and I felt really disrespected by you because I don't treat you that way. And for you to keep going on and on and on, for no reason, when it wasn't nobody even arguing with you, I really want to know where you was coming from.
Um. Okay, so you may not think so, but I'm gonna tell you, I do have a lot of respect for you. I really do. So a lot of the times, if I'm in that type of mode, it's because I'm at 10. That's one of the things that I'm working on right now, literally in my personal life as well as over here, because I do sometimes go ham. So if I offended you anyway, I will tell you that I apologize, and that's absolutely sincere. I don't want you to think that I don't respect you, because I do. And even and if I can give you an example, because it happened in real time, to let you know that I do respect you. When you asked me what did I want to fight you, my response immediately was no. I would never fight you. That's how you would know whether or not I respect you. But because of the fact of what was going on at that time, I was at 10. So I'm still working. I'm human. I'm
It
working
wasn't
on
you came up on the
everything.
panel at 10, Brooke. I was there talking, and you came up on 10.
You talking about at King Romans? Because you had
Yeah.
came up. I was up there talking to them about what happened. And you had when you came up there, it was like I felt like you was caping for the lady or whatever the case may be. But I wasn't feeling like you was understanding what was really happening. Throughout this
Caping for the
entire
lady. Wait a minute, what lady you thought I was caping for?
Ronnie Q, because that's what it was about. We was talking about the situation that happened with Rodney Q and Rodney, right?
Right, but you say I was caping for the lady. I'm trying to figure out because I wasn't what I was caping for that a man stood up to his wife, and your point of view was that he shouldn't have got into it. And then if Malik heard a man cussing you out the way Ronnie Q was cussing her out and telling her to go get her mother and her sister, why ain't say go get your husband, your brother, your cousins, your nephew, any of them? That's my whole point. We have gotten so used to the fact that when somebody decides that they have been disrespected, we act like it because it wasn't us. We don't give a fuck. But disrespect is disrespect, and it's getting worse now because when people aren't trying to go that deep, people always it's about roast supposed to be roasting gags, but y'all take shit too far. And then there is one person I take it too far with every chance I get, and that's chat rap. And I will not apologize for it.
So I understand. I really do understand. The only thing that I can say is the reason that am like I am this day is because of how I've been treated. People have taken things so far with me. They disrespected me. They've
But
disrespected
have
my husband,
I.
my kids. I'm not talking about you. I'm just speaking
Right.
in
But
general.
and I understand it, but you need to be able to compartmentalize the people that have disrespected you on that level and the people that don't. And no matter how mad I get, I'm not going to take it to that point of talking about, and I love me some Carter. I ain't going to tell nobody no lie. That's my boy. I love me some Malik. So don't sit up there and don't try to come at me. I mean, you was talking about you want to pull up, I give you some money. I'm like, who the fuck is she talking
I
to?
wasn't telling you that because that's why when you asked me who you want to fight, I said I'm not. I don't want to fight you. I'm not talking about you fighting you. I would never fight you. Come on now, like I said it right there on that panel. Like if that's what that felt like, I know. And what I mean by because I get it. You can't cup you cannot package that up and have it only for one person, right? But we're talking about a reaction that when a person get tired or whatever, that's the response that's coming out because it's like every time I turn around, somebody always got something to say. And just like what you said, we should be able to understand that. And even still, we know it's wrong. We won't either number one say nothing or we'll laugh at it. It's been plenty of times where I haven't heard nobody say shit in my defense in reference to me fighting anybody. And I don't expect nobody to. But when the shoes is on other people's foot, if we can't all equally be fair with it, then it shouldn't just be done. That's just my idea about it. Because I do see a lot of favoritism, a lot of bias, and I get it. It's just that when I start to cape back, it just feels like I'm now the wrong person for caping back because of how a person want to say now, let's just be, even though you may not like the person, or even though, whatever, like I gotta stop saying what I'm saying, or if I don't stop saying what I'm saying, I don't have nobody else to defend me. I defend me. I don't want nobody else to defend me. Okay, that's just that. But when it comes down to stuff like when y'all see people do shit angry to me, evil to me, nobody says anything. Now, I will say that I have heard Pizarro in defense of where she went live and she did make she made a presence. I've heard you as well. But for the most part, everybody else, like, it don't matter what I do. It don't matter if I'm nice. If I'm nice, then they saying I'm kissing ass. If I'm mean, then they saying I'm a hater. Or it doesn't matter. So at this point,
But
you know,
it was. I kind of felt like you took the stand on behalf of Rodney because he dog Fifi out for you. He tried to K for you, but you stepped into his bullshit because it really wasn't about you. It was just the fact that he wanted to be messy, and that's what he said. And I felt like you came for him, even though in your heart of hearts, you can't tell me you didn't believe he was wrong.
I say he was wrong. I said he was wrong. When we first talked about the situation, I said he was wrong, and I even told him it's okay for us to have our opinions. And I said to him that at the end of the day, I don't feel like how he felt. I said if he feels a beautiful person, I stand on it. My
Okay,
reaction
but
to
I'm
that
talking
was
about
it
the
was
Ronicue. I'm talking about the
that's what I'm
Ronicue
saying.
situation.
Oh, the Monica Q situation. Well, the reason why I said what I said with her is because I feel like she's a bully in the sector, and my mind, my thought for that, it hasn't changed. I feel like she pick on people who she know really, if they give her something back, it ain't gonna be too much. Like, she is scared of one to two people in these sectors, but she don't. I watched somebody trump her down on a panel compared to literally like how she tried to do other people. She pick on
Oh,
people
he
for no
make too
fucking
much damn
reason.
noise. Excuse me. He make too much damn noise. Shut your little ass up. You in company. Your mother.
Oh
Go
my
ahead.
God, are you arguing with her? Woo, Lord. Yeah, but I mean, I just feel that way. I think she picks on people unprovoked, and nothing is really said about it. So when it comes down to situations, I just don't feel like when he did what he did, I don't feel like he was wrong for that. For the Fifi thing, yes, but for the Ronnie Q thing, no. Like, how can you get offended by saying you going to push somebody down the street or push somebody in a wheelchair when you said that you're not in a wheelchair? I'm confused.
Excuse me. It was just the fact that he would go to get to the fact Kit Kat whip his ass. That you would go to the fact that because you don't like somebody. See, I can't do that. Whether I like you or not, if you wrong, you wrong. If you right, you right. I'm never going to sit up here and defend somebody that I'm never going to defend my friend, even though I know they wrong. If I know you wrong, I'm gonna tell you wrong, and that's how I feel. Even though you dislike Ronnie Q and you feel like she's a bully, the situation was totally uncalled for because all she did was come up and state the facts that we all knew. Hey, Creole Butterfly, about um Rodney's tweets. So hey,
So she
Fedora,
wasn't talking shit in the chat because I was in the chat
I wasn't
first, and
reading the
I
chat.
that particular night
I
that
wasn't reading.
happened. Oh, I was in the chat and I was watching everything that was transpiring. I watched everything that took place. And was he? What did I feel like he was jumped? Absolutely, I felt like he was being jumped. And then
By
yet
who?
again, the same example that I use for myself. As soon as somebody says something that people feel may be disrespectful when they've been disrespected, like literally for hours. As soon as that man said something that could have been out of order, everybody want to jump down his throat. And it's like, had it been somebody else that said it, it wouldn't have been no issue. That's all. That's all I was
No,
saying.
but and just like Saggy Twin said, talking shit and making threats are two different things.
All right. So how many people on this platform have told me that they was gonna come and fuck me up?
I only know of three: the twins and Rita.
No, it was more than that. It
Oh,
was more than that.
I only know. I didn't
Well,
know it was
even with
nobody.
okay, so even with those three, why? I mean, if y'all heard somebody say that, right? So I don't get the same treatment as she got.
What you mean? Hey,
Because that's what
Renee.
everybody's saying is the issue that they say he threatened her. That's the issue, right? That he said that he threatened her That's what the problem is. That's why everybody have an
Mhm.
issue, right? All right. So when other people get threatened, even including myself, why isn't nothing outraged about that? Because I've heard many of men on this platform threaten women, and I ain't
And just
heard not
so
that person
happens,
stand up and say it was okay and say don't do that X Y Z or whatever the case. I've never heard it, but because it was Rodney, it's a big thing.
maybe because people are saying that Rodney has a tendency to go at women. I've never heard him fight with a man. I personally haven't. I don't know if he has. But my whole thing is when you ask them, tell somebody, when you go from I'm a pusher wheelchair down, okay, we can even scratch that one. But for him to tell her, go get your mother, go get your sisters, what man tell you to go get another woman?
A gay man, probably. I don't think a
No,
real man. I mean,
no.
not a real man. I mean, I say real man because I believe he's a
I'm
real
not
man.
gonna say
But
that.
um,
A gay man is gonna tell you go get your husband because they are yet still men. And that's the
right.
thing y'all keep forgetting that these are men, whether y'all think they flamboyant or whatever, they are still men and should be handled by men. Now we sit up here and talk shit. That's one thing. But when they get to threatening you, what they're gonna fucking do to you, if your husband walks past and he let it go, then that's on you. But mine would never.
Okay, and I get it. I absolutely get it. And though he would not, he would definitely do say something. That part I know for sure because his thing is he don't step in that female stuff. But if a dude come at me and threaten me, whatever, he's going to say something. I don't know, and it's okay to have two difference of opinions. I respect what you're
I don't have
saying,
a problem.
but I'm
I
gonna
don't have a
stand firm in
problem
what
with
I said.
and you supposed to. But this is how I feel like you should have talked to me that day instead of go. Then you would try to overtalk me, so I couldn't get anything out. I've never done you that way. I just want the same respect that I give you return to me. Because if you keep showing me disrespect, and this not the first, second, or third time you done disrespected me, but I do want you to know it will be the last time because I don't feel like I should have to be treated that way when I don't treat you that way. And then your apology that you gave me, you said if I made you feel, you made me feel the type of way. I felt disrespected because I told you that. Don't give me a hypothetical as far as my apology. Just give me a real apology if that's what you feel.
Well, okay, and I can agree with that too, right? But you also disrespecting me. So I'm not understanding how you can't see that you disrespecting me. You call me
I
a
did not
bitch.
say
Yeah, you call
I
me a bitch.
did. Oh girl, when I
But I
thought you said
didn't call you any bitches though. I
no,
didn't
you
call you
didn't.
any
Not
bitches
this
that day.
time. Not this time. Not
But
this
see,
time.
that's what I'm saying, y'all.
No,
We can't keep going back to different stuff. We have to
we're not
stay
going back.
literally on.
What I'm
But
saying. What
okay,
I'm. That's not. I'm not going back. I called you a bitch this time, and you have called me a bitch.
but I didn't even call you a bitch back. I
No,
didn't
you
even call
didn't.
you a bitch back. So that should say something right there. Like, okay, I know she don't like that word. It's disrespectful. Let me just go ahead and finish doing what it is that I did because of how I feel about you. So when you're saying things like that, yeah, you disrespecting me. You disrespecting me multiple times. Well, from the jump, the last time that we had an argument and whatever I said, I have not said that to you, even now going forth, because I know
No,
it makes you feel some kind of way.
No, you have not. But my whole thing
Okay.
is when you blow up, you don't give a fuck about who you say anything to. You just blow. And I'm saying, even when if I one time you blew and I hadn't said anything, but I was included because I was on the panel. This the shit I'm talking about.
Well, when was that? Because I always say names, and if I ain't say your name, and that's one
Oh
of my
shit.
issues with you,
It was
you
the
like to
lupus.
include yourself, and I be like, yeah,
No,
yeah,
no,
I
no, no,
didn't say
no.
that.
No, no, no. It was the lupus thing.
What lupus thing? Because I never said nothing about your lupus.
You said something about mine and Lady Nika's lupus.
When?
It's on a video that you deleted.
I don't delete no videos. All my videos are still up. Every
Brooke,
last
you
one of them
deleted
are
that.
still up.
Nope, Brooke, you deleted this
I
video because
promise
I went
you.
out to look for it because I before I had this conversation with you, I
Hmm.
said I wanted to go through your videos and find it. I could not find that video.
When did this supposed to happen?
It was last year, but I don't know. I
Okay,
can't give
did
you
you
an
look for
exact.
last year's? Because I promise you, I don't delete or put no videos on private. I keep all my stuff up. All my stuff is up. I do not. So I'll try to see if I can find that video. But in
And
that
it's people in
video,
the chat
when I
talking
went
about
off,
people die from it and all of this other stuff. Even
no,
people in the chat is telling you what you said.
listen to what I'm saying. This is my issue right here. Yet again, if we've moved forward, right, from a situation, because if I'm thinking you talking about the same video I think you talking about, that's the one where I was basically like I was on 100 that day. I was going to fuck off because the situation had just happened between me, Malik, and that pretty chocolate girl shit. Is that what we're talking about around that time?
Yeah.
Okay. So during that video, afterwards, I apologize to both you and Lady Nika. And not there, none of the words ever came back out of my mouth from that point going forth. From that point going forth. When we are arguing about something, it's not fair to bring up old stuff, especially if we've already considered it squashed or we've moved on. Because it makes it seem as if I'm doing it in today's time. And I'm not. I'm definitely using a lot of restraint with people who I like. If I don't like you, then I'm gonna say all the most outrageous things in the world, in the universe to you because I don't like you and I want you to feel what it is that I want you to feel. But if I like you, then that's different. I was heated, y'all. And if I ain't fuck with you the moment that you called me a bitch, you would have been 10,000 more bitches. But I
Oh,
didn't. I
I
didn't.
get a dump truck. I get a
It's
dump
not.
truck of
It's
bitches
not
over my
about
head.
that. I don't. That's not
And
about
I
that. You're not
appreciate
listening
you
to what
not
I'm saying to
disrespecting
you.
me back, but you had already taken it way past that in that argument. The way you came at me because I had a difference of opinion from you. The way you tried to overtalk me, the way you and you said you wasn't talking to me, so but I'm just going to mention what you said. You would pay for somebody to come. You can pull up. You ain't going for. I'm standing on business. All that crazy shit. When it was a difference of opinion, just because I don't agree with you, Brooke, doesn't mean that we have to have an argument about it.
And I agree. And I wasn't talking to you because you asked me, Yaya, in that moment. You said, who you talking to? You say you're gonna come pull up on. I said, Yaya, you know good goddamn well I'm not talking about you. Those were my
Yeah,
exact words.
I have no clue what you were saying because you were so motherfucking loud and I was so motherfucking pissed. I ain't even gonna tell you a lie. I can't tell you everything you said, but I'm telling
Well,
you
I
the
know
case.
I didn't say that. You can I mean I'm sure if he has the video up, we can go back and listen to it. But I know
Oh,
for a
he was
fact,
making me a hey shy. Just thank you for the cash out, Mr. William.
but yeah, that particular um thing, whatever. I like I said before, it dealing with certain people, I get to a point where I don't have no respect for them. Again, if the shoes was on the other foot in active mode, if I ain't care about you like that, I would have went low. I would have went low because I know where I was at that time and I didn't. That goes to show
But
I
you
know
was
for a
that
fact.
was in a safe place. King Roman's page is pretty much a safe place for anybody. He doesn't have any bias if as long as your name is not Sir Dimples, as he says.
Oh Lord. But I do need for you to take in the fact that after we've had the conversation about speaking on the illnesses and things like that, none of that has ever came back out of my mouth. And nor the fact that I know that you don't like the word bitch.
I don't. I don't.
Right. And I know that. Even though you call me one, I did not respond and say one to you. One to you back. If that's what I'm saying. So I do want you to understand and see some of the improvements that I'm trying to make. But I'm not
I
perfect.
do.
I really am. I'm not,
None of
you
us are
know.
perfect. None of us are perfect. But I just wanted to have that I'm glad you clicked the link because I wanted to have that conversation with you where there was no hollering and screaming because I ain't got it no more for all that hollering and screaming. There's only one bitch that I'ma stay on her neck.
Lord. Okay, so I'm glad that we did get it out the way. That out the way. But I can answer the Wayne question if you don't
Thank you for the
mind.
cash app. Go ahead.
Okay, so I don't know. This is why sometimes I say, and I like Dwayne. Dwayne, man, you cool. So I don't want you to get offended by what I'm about to say. Y'all got to start reading stuff. If you would have read that community wall post, It was a messy community wall post. Those three addresses were three addresses to an NA facility, a treatment facility. So that's why I said in the actual comment, I will walk hand in hand with you, my sister, and take you in there, stand by your side so that you can get some treatment. Those three addresses, and I'm surprised ain't nobody Googled the three addresses. I'm surprised ain't nobody Googled them just to see where he was at. But yeah, there were three things. Hey y'all, hey everybody. I'm sorry, I don't be looking at the chat while I'm up here. Yeah, the three addresses were three different places. It's more than that, but those were the first three that popped up in Google. So I just grabbed the addresses off of there and went on ahead and did it. That's what those were.
It said, thank
No
you for
problem.
clarifying.
No problem,
Hey,
Dwayne.
Dirty, my baby. How are you?
So I didn't even get a chance to even still see Sarah do the impersonations. I gotta go and see it.
Yeah, you do. It
I
was hilarious.
definitely do.
It was
And I'm mad
definitely
that I missed it. So
okay.
oh go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I got two more letters while we was talking.
Okay. You
So
want me to
if
stay up here or go down?
you can stay up if you want to. You can
Okay, I'll go
comment if
ahead.
you want to. Okay, so the first one is called. The next one is called. I think the first. Stuck between two hard places. Hey, yeah, I've been around for a while and I'm moderator for two male content creators. I'm writing this letter to confess one of these content creators asked me if I was having a relationship with another content creator. I told him no at the time. I'm writing this letter to confess because I know they both listen to you and your show. Yes, I have slept with both men, bitch. I'm sorry, y'all. Yes, I have feelings for both of them. Yes, I want both of them, and I won't stop having sex with both of them. All three of us live about 40 minutes from each other, so it's easy for me to see both of them several times a week. We're all grown, and I don't see the problem. I don't see the problem. I don't see what the problem is. Men and their ego. Can you please help me convince them that it's okay for all of us to be together at different times or together because wait a minute. If men can have poly, then why can't a woman have multiple boyfriends? It's been working out so far, and I don't want to continue to be dishonest. I'm saying it here and now. Yes, I want both of you anytime I want. eh, Wait a minute. Yes, I want both of you anytime I want to help me. What? Yes, I want both of you anytime. I want you to help me convince them, y'all. Girl, first of all, where the fuck you find two straight men? Wait a minute, y'all. Oh, that's my baby. Where the fuck? Hey, King Roman.
What up? I'm just sitting up here chilling with
No problem. Thank you for coming up.
Hey King.
you. Hey, Brookie.
Where in the hell did she find two straight men in this sector? You want me to read it again? Let me go again. I go back to it for y'all.
Yeah,
Hey,
read it
y'all.
again.
I have been around for a while and a moderator for two male content creators. I'm writing this letter to confess one of these content creators asked me if I was having a relationship with another content creator. I told him no at the time. I'm writing this letter to confess because I know they both listen to you and your show. Yes, I have slept with both of them. Yes, I have feelings for both of them. Yes, I want both of them, and I won't stop having sex with both of them. All three of us live with about 40 minutes from each other, so it's easy for me to see both of them several times a week. We're all grown, and I don't see what the problem is. I don't see what the problem is, men and their ego. Can you please help me convince them that it's okay for all of us to be together at different times or together because if men can have poly, then why can't a woman have multiple boyfriends? It's been working out so far, and I don't want to continue to be dishonest. I'm saying it here now. Yes, I want both of you anytime, and yeah, I want you to help me convince them, y'all.
First of all, don't you go to other sectors? Let me just make sure that we
Was
are
that a
not the
real
only
person?
sector, right?
Wait a minute, what you say, King Roman?
Is that like somebody for real? For real?
That's what they say. They say they got two. They a mob for two male content creators. It can't be in this sector, y'all. It
Yeah, I
cannot be.
cannot. That sounds like some Mo three shit because a lot of them live close to one another, and it's a lot of men in the Mo three sector. That's what it sounds like to me.
But I don't think I get that many more three people over here. Hey Monique. So I don't
Meaning
know
Mo. Wait a
what.
minute, hold on, y'all. You mean Mo three males?
Right.
Which okay, is there any Mo three males that come in?
Not that I know of.
Hmm.
And a lot of y'all are saying she a dick pig and she collects and my whole thing is
I mean,
she can tell if she's saying that all you got to do is tell them. Either they're going to accept it or they're not. You can't make a decision for them. That's what you've been doing by lying. Um, I feel like you should tell both of them and let them decide whether or not they want to deal with it. And if not, I'm sure there are many places you can go where people are pro poly, and maybe that's the area you need to be. You need to surround yourself with those type of people. I ain't never gonna tell you don't have a friendly pussy. Um, that's yours. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Do what you want to do with it. But whatever you do, just be open and honest with whomever you're dealing with. Y'all got anything to say?
I have a question. Well, no, I got more comment. Well, no, I got a question. So, if you're not married, you're considered single. Because she's still single, do you, is I mean, is it wrong for her not to say nothing? Like she's not married, so if she wants to date other men, even though
Yeah.
that's like bluesy, but Lord have mercy. Like, is she supposed to tell them because she's not, she's not with them? I get that ass one. Have a
clean it.
safe ride. Strap it up.
You know what, Voodoo? Voodoo been acting up lately.
Yeah,
Voodoo.
she had. I had to put that comment up.
Okay.
No,
But
well, actually, she's saying she has feelings for both of them, and she feels like she could have a relationship with all three. I
Do
mean,
you
all
feel she should tell the other one? Like, do you think she should tell them that? Like,
yeah,
not tell them that she has feelings. Tell them that she's messing with another person if she's not
yes.
in a relationship with them.
She wants to have a relationship with both, and I feel like she should tell them what's going on. Don't leave anybody in the dark. Let them decide if they want to be in a poly relationship with her.
Okay, so if she wants to be in a relationship with one of the persons, then yes, I think she should say that. But if she just want to keep doing her little thing, she just need to make sure she's safe and just keep it moving. Because I don't think they should know about one another.
Why not?
Because mm, men are different than women. Okay, and when it comes down to certain stuff, you don't know how these men going to react. So in my me seeing certain things.
First, first of all, she already lied when he asked her was she sleeping with him, and so now she want to come clean because she wants both of them. And I feel like if that's what she wants, she needs to tell them.
No,
This is how people get.
what world y'all living in? You gonna tell a man
that's what
how
I'm
you?
saying. Come on, King. That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
You ain't never did that. Wait a
I would
minute.
love to. I would love to, but that ain't the
But
reality.
you never did that before?
I never on the low. On the
No,
low,
no,
I
no.
never.
Came up and
Oh,
said, I'm sleeping with him and I'm sleeping with you. And I want to keep sleeping with both of y'all.
oh
And I
no,
want it to be
I
oh,
don't
you
know
have it?
you guys.
Oh,
No,
okay, well,
what?
okay.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh, really? And you're condoning
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, okay.
I told y'all I had friendly pussy back in the day. Don't let's not play. And I
Here's
was
the
very
thing.
upfront and honest.
Hey, here's the thing. Women get a rat, and unfortunately, we are stereotyped. If we were to do the same, because men do it all the time, and they're not considered hoes. They're not considered sluts
I wasn't
when
a
men
hoe. I
do
don't
it.
care what nobody say. Hold on one second. Mr. Williams.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yes, I wasn't a hoe and still
It's
ain't a hoe.
Mr. Williams, y'all. That's who the person did. Mr. Williams, is this you? Oh
Yeah.
my
Oh,
God, we
oh,
found
look
it.
out. Oh, slow down, Brooke. Slow down. Sound like you're excited. Slow down,
It's
dear.
only it's like two or three, maybe two straight men in the B sector. You are one of them, three or four.
Oh
Y'all
God,
sitting up
I
here
wasn't
acting
gonna,
like,
yeah. I wasn't gonna hit the
Woo.
panel, yeah, but that when that came up and the answer you gave, I agree, I concur with you 100%. I've always said on here, people should talk things over, communication. Let that person decide what the hell they want to do. They want to stay in that relationship or they want to get their ass out of it. Period.
exactly. All they
So,
can say
Mr.
is
William,
no.
if a woman came to you and said, "Listen, I'm sleeping with you and I'm sleeping with King Roman. I want to sleep with
Mhm.
y'all."
Well,
What?
number one came Roman. Number one came Roman. That's a bad example
Well,
because I'm not trying to
you know
knock
what
you,
I
buddy.
mean.
Not trying to knock you. Not trying. Wait a minute. Let me finish. Not trying to knock you, but I'd have felt better if you'd have said Sir King or Lemon.
Fine,
Okay.
for your choice.
Okay.
You
Real
or
trouble.
old man. And
Well, look, here's what I'm saying though. Here's what I'm saying. It's up to me to decide about that woman if I want her. If I cared about her enough, be honest with you, hell no, I wouldn't stay with her. I wouldn't sleep with her. I say, baby, you go your own way. Because like people
William, you
say,
must not have
you
had that
don't
guap
know
guap 3000, because let me tell you, you
you
tripping.
don't know what that person might have, might got, or might been through. Okay.
And
I've
it's the
been in those
same
kind
gender
of
thing.
situations,
But
believe it or
Mr.
not.
William,
I, I've been in those kind of situations with my old
but
ass and they
Mr.
don't work out.
But
They
Mr.
don't work
William, when
out.
you was out here, Mr. William, when you was out here slinging dick 90 going north, you mean to tell me you told them women when you was messing with more than one?
What'd you say, guy? You fell off there.
When you was out here slinging dick 90 going north, did you tell these women that you was messing with more than one?
Yes, I did. And a lot of them knew I was, but it didn't make them no difference.
So
And
what's the difference?
let's
So
wait a
what
minute.
difference does it make to me? What does it make? What
Let's get
difference
this
is it
straight.
for
Let's straighten
you?
this out. Let's straighten this out. My era growing up, which was the 60s, 70s, and 80s, when half of you guys weren't even born, is entirely different from where you guys are now today. Okay?
Yeah, strawberry popsicle.
So
Like,
far as sex goes, sex has been in my life all my life. Damn near. I put it
yeah,
that way.
we know that story. Thank you, baby.
But what I'm saying is communication. Let that person decide what they want to do. That's all it is. And if she wants to tell both of them, she should have told both. Because, like I said, young people, and I guarantee you they're way younger than I am. Young people today are crazier. We just had a shooting down here where I live at. A young lady was sleeping with two men. One man found out and he offed her. She was but 17 years old. 17. So being more honest and being upfront with a person to me is more important than anything else. That's all. That's all it is. Just be honest about things. Don't lie on me. Don't lie to me. And don't lie for me.
All right.
So I
I hear
have a
you.
question, Mr. Williams. So I don't know how you saying something, Yaya?
Hold 1 second, please.
Oh no, that was an echo. My bad.
Toby, Toby, Toby. She dropped. Y'all can continue.
So, Mr. Williams, can I ask you this question? Right. So I get it. So because the woman is not in a relationship, do you believe that she should still tell the men that? Like, I can see her going into it. Like, if she
Well,
now want to be with one of them, or she wanted to be with both, now will be a good time to say it. But if she if she don't, like if she's not committed to them, why is that any of their business?
look, here's the point. When you mess with a person, you're in a relationship. I don't know how you look at it or where you get it from. When you mess with a person, you're in a relationship because you are with them, you're talking, you're having conversation. Uh, they're thinking that, hey, you're the one. Or she, let's put it, let's not even think about it being men. Let's think about it being a woman. She's thinking she's the only one. And then come to find out when she finds out that man is sleeping with another woman, what usually happens? She goes haywire too. Let's equal it out. Men go crazy just like women go crazy. All right. So
They go
that
crazy
thing
because
about
they don't know.
they don't if they don't know, what good is it? You're still living a lie. You want to perpetrate a lie? Even
I don't
being
do no
single,
lying.
you want to perpetrate a lie.
Nope. I don't do no
Oh,
lying.
I mean, so withholding information is considered a lie?
Brooke, you said in a
That's the
relationship.
lying by
Now,
omission, but
how
she's
can
not lying by omission because she told him that she wasn't sleeping with the other man, and she
right? See,
wasn't.
she lying right there, and she knows she's sleeping with him, and they're having a conversation.
But William, wouldn't you correct that lie before you go and tell her that it's, hey, I'm sleeping with another guy? Wouldn't you tell her, okay, you need to go back to that man that you just confessed that you sleep with? Like, isn't that where we start questioning your lies and
He
being real and
said,
honest? Why would
but
you?
wait a minute, what she said was in the letter. She did the letter to him because she knows both of them watched my show, so she's letting them know.
Addressing one guy, right? So she's addressing one guy. Obviously, is her favorite
Mm-mm.
one.
She addressing both of them.
she
She's
did,
telling them.
she
She's letting
telling
them
them
both
both.
know that she wants both of them. She has feelings for both of them, and she wants to continue having sex with both of them. And maybe
Well,
they can have a poly relationship. That's what she's asking for, and she wants me to convince them, help her convince them to do it.
And you don't think that she should have this conversation with one guy first before she try to enter and have a conversation with both of them at the same time?
no, because she's not screwing everybody in the conversation. She's got two men, two men.
Toby,
William,
Toby,
are you
Yes,
listening?
man. Can you hear me?
okay,
Hi, Miss
Can
Toby.
you hear me?
yeah, we hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm saying
I was
she's
waiting for
sleeping with.
Mr. Williams. I was waiting for Mr. Williams to finish. I didn't want to interrupt.
Okay, him
Oh,
and I told him to go ahead and finish with him and King Roman.
Okay, so Mr. William, what I'm saying is she's sleeping with two guys. The question is, she wants to tell both those guys that I want to have a poly relationship with you.
Somebody need to mute. It's a lot of background. Somebody, go ahead.
And I'm saying that maybe she should start with talking to one guy first, what his feelings are, before proceeding with both of them. Because it doesn't make no sense to put it out there and you lose both when you can just have a conversation with one and see where they go. Maybe they might say yeah, and then you can proceed. Maybe they might say no. But to me, that's where I would start. I wouldn't be. That's me. I know old school. You do a little bit differently, but that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. I'm not saying she's sleeping with everybody. I'm just saying those two guys in particular.
But King Roman, that was her purpose of writing the letter. This is her way of telling him,
Yeah,
and she
but
wants.
she still ain't tell. I mean, this is great, but it ain't until she have a conversation with them.
I
Like,
think she's avoiding that conversation. She wants to come
yeah,
in midway. I'm telling you what I think. She's trying to come in mid. She's trying to cut out the first part of
uh-uh.
the initial shock. And I think
You
you're
know,
right. She's gonna have
right?
to have the conversation. But I mean, I'm not gonna tell her no, you can't do it. I think you should have the conversation with them. Let them, like I said, let them decide whether or not they want to deal with that.
You're not gonna hit me and tell me that, hey, I'm letting you know, and I let my other piece know that I want to keep going with both of y'all, and so I just want to know if you want to be cool with us all three doing something. That's just not. I don't know in what world are we having this conversation. And it's okay.
Oh my goodness. See, I don't understand this. If I'm comfortable enough to lay down with you and lay down with somebody else, and I'm mature enough to lay down with you, I need to just be honest. Be a grown ass woman. Put your woman's panties on, and just tell them, look, I like both of y'all, and I want to be in a relationship with both of y'all. If they don't want to, then just roll the fuck out, moving on. But then sleeping with somebody, why are you scared to have a conversation with somebody? You giving them a part of your body, and you can't even have a conversation. I don't get that.
Voodoo.
Hey y'all. I hear y'all talking
Hey,
about hoes. Who's a hoe?
Ain't nobody
I don't know
know.
who the hole
A
is. We
lot
can
of
figure out. Now, can I ask y'all a question? Do y'all think that maybe the first guy who already asked her has an idea that she is? That's why he asked her?
Yes, yes, he did. That's why he asked her. He knew he was sleeping with her, and then she modding for the other dude. I'm sure he figured that was happening there too.
Yeah, because men has an intuition just like women do. And if he's been watching her, or if he's the
Right,
type of guy that's watch her, like pay attention to everything, he
Levant.
probably most likely they already know the answers to their questions. They asking you to see whether or not you're going to be honest.
You might need to
Thank
go on mute right, if they're not talking because it's a real bad feedback. I think it's coming from you, Mister.
thank you, Levon. I absolutely agree. There needs to be additional conversations. Is it me?
Yeah, this is her way of breaking the ice. I feel so. This is so they know that what's coming up next.
So do
Daughter
they
here
know
told
about
me
each other?
they don't know that she's sleeping with both of them, but one guy had the idea. One content creator had an idea, and she lied and told. He asked her, and she told him no. But yes, she was sleeping with both of them.
I'm not talking to none of
Mm.
that. Daughter here, you know what? You put time yourself out, daughter here. Please, please.
So yeah,
I'm not in agreement at all. I'm on the other side of the fence, girl. Talk to the nigga. You need to talk to somebody. One of them. Let them know how you feel.
Right.
Get them to talk to somebody else because this whole
but
approaching voodoo. Can you imagine in our community? Okay, now I can talk to somebody in our community. Can you imagine a dude coming to you telling you, "Hey, yo, you know what I'm saying? I've been fucking this other dude, and I want to fuck you too. You know, so like, are you interested? You know what I'm saying? We can get
Wait a
together."
Well,
minute.
What
King
you
Roman,
Wait,
that's
can I?
expected these
Wait a minute.
days. I'm just gonna keep it
Can I be
real. It
messy?
is.
Can, can I be messy? Mr. William, I didn't like that little comment when you said, "Oh no, I'm King Roman." I wouldn't say it would be you. It would be somebody like Lemon and Sir King. I didn't like that comment. The
Well,
fuck?
dear, I'm completely different in speaking here on YouTube from now on because I see how a lot of people want other people to act. So I made it that way because I didn't want people coming on here thinking that me and King Roman had anything going on because you know how rumors get started.
well,
Okay,
Nobody's
how
gonna
would
think
they do
that
that?
though. Nobody's gonna
I
think
know.
that.
Right.
Don't tell me, voodoo. People ask me why I didn't come judge and watch your contest. Come on now. That's
Baby.
all.
They will try you. They will. They will.
Well, my whole thinking, Roman, but you're not understanding what I'm trying to get you to understand. You said you're on the other side of the fence when actually you're not. You said
Oh,
I said she needs to have a conversation. They
yes.
that don't not to decide for these men keep sneaking around behind their back. That's
And
Exactly.
how
that's
they
what I was
Yeah,
saying. Have the conversation. Let the man decide.
yes. Let the man decide. First, she can decide. Is this really something you want to do? And if it is, then it should be easy for you to go to the dude right after y'all fuck. Look, this was good. Can I just tell you something?
Yeah, yeah,
And
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
drop down and come back because I got a feedback or something. I don't know what's going on. Let me drop down and come back.
okay. All right.
Okay, Janet.
it's nothing wrong with threesomes and wanting to explore that. It's nothing wrong with it. It's the you want to be with both of us for a long time. For like you, no. That's I don't know. I know some people get down with that. I'm just not, familiar with that at this point in my life. At this point.
Well, a lot of people are into that, like the poly relationships. A lot of people into that these days. I
And
guess it's
that's what
called
she's
open
asking for.
relationship. Open relationship.
But
Mhm.
and that's what she's asking for. She wants to have an open relationship, poly relationship. She said maybe if they could. She wants to keep seeing both of them, having sex with both of them, and later on in the lady, she says maybe even have a poly relationship because men do it all the time, and why can't a woman? But I've seen it's becoming more popular with women because I'm seeing a lot
Mm-hmm.
of that going on where a woman has two or more men, and they
Yeah.
all know about.
Side
I
piece.
haven't seen that. I've seen
Oh, it's several
multiple
articles
women.
about
I've seen the multiple women, like two women and
I'm
one man,
telling you,
or three
it's
women and
on
one man, but I ain't never seen that one.
Freak you
it is
anything.
becoming.
But
That's
what?
dope.
Or you already know there ain't no shit like that going
I'm
down.
what?
No, I will pull up articles. I swear I'll put up articles and come back later on, probably tomorrow, and read some of
But
these
yeah,
articles This is a movement that has really been.
Right. It
Men
is.
are so territorial. I can't see a bunch of men doing that. They
Please.
are egoistic. Excuse me, I want to I don't want to offend any men of what I'm saying, but they are very egotistic. They are very like that. That energy would make do something to their mind, like their male ego, to see that they know that in the other room they hearing their girlfriend get banged down by another dude. What if the other dude PP is bigger than the other dude? They gonna fight.
Not pee
Now, why
pee.
not? They're
Mm-mm.
gonna fight
Hey,
because they're
I don't want
both
no
getting
pee
the same
pee.
thing. It. I mean, I saw. I know. I wish I could remember her name. But this one woman, she was married to her husband, and they brought in another. She wanted a boyfriend. Her husband wasn't with it at first, but then he loved her so much, he said anything to make her happy. And they all live in the same house, and the men do not sleep together.
wow. I want to know. I would be love to be
Well,
a fly on the wall with that.
They
I
said
bet
it's a
she
show
would.
on TLC.
brother, is this something you would do? Is that
Yes,
something?
and they were
No,
black. Yes, they were. It's a lot of black women getting into the poly
I
relationships.
It
would. I would get
is.
into a poly. I would get into a poly, but not with another man. It would have to be a woman.
Mr.
Well,
Carruthers,
see,
a poly
Okay,
that's your
it's
choice.
a show called Seeking Brother Hugh. I think that's the show
Mr.
they talking about on
Carruthers,
TLC.
would you
See,
do a poly relationship with
would I
another?
do a poly relationship? No, honestly, no, no. That gets you in trouble. People don't believe it. Sooner or later, I don't give a damn how young you are, how old you are. That shit's gonna get you in trouble because to be honest with you, as a man gets older, let's face it, he's not as viral as he used to be. Even myself, I'll admit that. But a lot of men don't want to admit it because of their ego, like Brooke said. But on the same token, there are some women that lose their beauty and their touch. And I hear women sit up and talk about how they, you'll see, might be them wide and stretched out and all that bull crap. So you see what I'm saying? There's a difference. There's a difference in doing something because you love someone and really love someone and doing it as a fad or a phase or you just want to do it like that.
But Mr. William, I have to disagree. You keep saying that it would bring trouble, but if there's communication and all of y'all are on board from the very beginning, why wouldn't it?
Right.
Where
It
would the
would
trouble
be.
come from?
You right. Yeah, yeah. That's what I was getting ready to say to him. Like, I
Okay.
don't in
I switch it.
relationships when
Okay, the
you're honest.
communication's there, everybody's happy. I guarantee you one night somebody's not going to be happy.
But that's with any relationship, whether it's one or with two people or
I'm
not. That's the thing. You
Yeah,
can't
right.
have a third
but
person.
the poly relationship, the multiple relationships are the ones that are most volatile in this world. Just look at the statistics. Just look at the statistics. You
Wait a
really
minute,
talk about the difference.
hold on, Mr. Carruthers. Mr. Williams, that is not true. It actually the poly relationships are the ones that aren't getting STDs and all that stuff. They're actually thriving because they are people,
Brooke,
everybody. It's
Brooke,
like getting the
Brooke,
satisfaction of having another woman within the same household. It's actually working. It's three incomes in a household.
you show
So you
me two
have
women that can live in a house with one man. Just show me two
that is
women that can
happening,
live in a
Mr.
house with
Williams.
one
Yeah,
man,
it's
both
out
of them.
there. They're out there.
That is
That
happening, and it's
happened.
happening a
And
lot.
and then I say that's in the younger generation. As they get older, things are going to change. Their mind is going to change. Their hearts are going to change.
There are older couples doing that too, Mr. William.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
let's get something up here because I want to hear from them. I really do. I really
It's a
do.
it
Mr. William,
and
we're gonna give you some cable so you can see what's going on in the
yeah,
world.
yes.
Bro,
Mr. Williams is
I
lost.
mean, yeah. I'm sitting up here watching the tennis game from England right now, so I know what's going on in the world.
I ain't talking about no damn tennis. We talking about different kinds
Okay,
of
we talking
balls.
about fucking.
Right.
What? No, never mind. See, now you trying to get me in trouble. Y'all trying to get me in trouble. I told y'all I got somebody. They listen to me. They listen to me on here.
Chit
No, no.
Yeah, I
chat.
just came to disagree with Mr. Williams real quick. Hey, everybody.
Hey,
Um, that wouldn't make any sense because that's not how kingdoms
Hey,
were
Chicken.
built. What about all the African chiefs that had multiple wives and
Speak
many,
on
many
it.
children? So
Mm-hmm.
that
Do
wouldn't
we
be
ever?
true
Do we?
historically.
Let me say. Everybody wants to go back to the past. When you really go back to the past, a lot of people get mad about it. Number one, all the African chiefs having them multiple wives. That even went on in the Bible, men having multiple wives. But things have changed, times have changed, laws have changed. Okay? Until they get that law on the books that it's okay right here, even in the States, to have multiple wives, it's always going to be a difference of opinion.
Okay, so you can legally marry one person. You can spiritually marry 40 if so you choose. If a man has enough income and can provide for those multiple families that he's building, then absolutely polyamorous and polygamy relationships work. I agree with Brooke with the less STDs because if everybody's checked and everybody's on the same page at the same time, then there shouldn't be all these problems. But I just wanted to say that fundamentally, I disagree because that's not how we were built to begin with. That's not how kingdoms were built. So that's all I had to say. Thank you, Yaya.
Oh, I
Thank
appreciate.
you, dear.
I absolutely agree with everything she said. She makes a lot of sense with that. Yep, you right. So I don't know where you be at,
Do y'all
hot,
not see this
Mr.
man up here?
Huh? Oh,
James.
Yes.
Hi,
oh,
love.
yes, Mr.
Hey,
Hey, Mama.
James.
Hey,
Hey, good afternoon,
good
Jay.
Hi,
afternoon.
y'all. What's
Good
How you
going
doing?
on?
afternoon.
How you doing?
I'm
Thank you for
fine.
coming up.
Hmm?
I said thank you for coming up. So what
Not
do
a
you feel about
problem.
the situation?
William Carruthers,
Yes, Jay.
you are wrong. You were wrong, Mr. Carruthers. It
All
did
right, I'm gonna
not.
listen to you. I'm gonna
The
listen to
the
you.
younger people, the younger people is when this thing switched over. Older people back in your time and before my time, those women, they don't even make women like those women anymore. Those women knew how to, they knew the assignment. That's where that saying come from. She knew the assignment. They knew the assignment. It was very common for there to be
Mm-hmm.
a family on street A and on street C. That
Mm.
same man had a whole other family. And the woman on street A knew about the woman on street C. And there was no fighting, there was no arguing, there was none of that drama. The drama came along when it came to the next generation of people when they would go out and get to arguing and fighting and carrying on, then they wanted to fight over the man. But them older women, they understood the assignment. You're never getting him out of here
So
because
let
I'm
me
going to get what's mine, and then you're going to get what's yours, and we're all going to coexist, and then we're going to keep the secrets of how these kids is all related.
Yeah, see, that's what
I
messes
agree.
up the framework.
But that was back in the day. And
Yeah,
then once, we went to the next generation, people said, no, we're not going to do that. These men are not going to run over us like this. And these women are not going to be comfortable to be fucking on my man and then walking past me in the street like she ain't doing it. And then that's where the drama started. Then the next generation down, which is kind of where we are now, they are doing whatever it is they want to do, but they're being very open and very honest and say, we don't have to fight. We can coexist. We're going to have an understanding and we're going to make this thing work.
yeah,
And that whole poly situation, they work because again, there's an understanding. They are sitting, everybody knows what their part is, everybody knows what it is that they're supposed to do. There's no need for lying, there's no need for cheating, there's no need for sneaking. So I have to disagree with you, Mr. Carruthers.
Yep, Mother.
well,
Exactly what I
okay,
was.
you said there's no reason for lying and all that. Well, isn't that the form of communication, letting that person decide what they want to do in that situation? I'm not saying that it's not right. I'm saying let the person choose. The woman was writing a letter, and she's trying to convince both men it's okay, and she only told one of them.
no, she
But
didn't tell anybody.
that's not a poly
That's not
relationship.
what, no, wait a minute. Mother, that's not what happened. That is not what happened, William. What she did was she lied to the first guy, and she
Okay.
wants me to help her convince both of them because she said both of them listen to the show, and she
Uh-huh.
wants them to be convinced. I can't convince them because my whole thing, if that's not what they want to do, so be it. I think you need to find other candidates.
Yeah,
But I think you
that's
should
all I'm saying too.
definitely
It
come
might be coming
forward.
out wrong to everybody else, but that's what I'm saying too. Let them decide.
Yeah, because it's only actually really a poly relationship when everybody has the full contract. Everybody
Exactly.
has the
And right
full
now,
picture of
Right.
what is
And
going on, and they
Right.
sign on the dotted line.
right.
This is what I'm signing up for. But anytime if there's any question of this, that, and the other, and somebody's more empowered than another, that's not a poly relationship. That's some
No.
bullshit.
Yeah,
well,
thank
right,
you.
and that's what she
Thank you.
wants. She wants the poly relationship, and I'm telling her you have to discuss that with him, with them. My whole thing is Mr. Williams is saying that it can't work even with communication, but I feel that it can. If you sign that, if you know
Well,
what
I
you're
said
getting
without
into as a very
communication, dear. I didn't say with the communication comes in to what
no,
when you
when you
tell that
did
person.
because
If you tell me something, it's left up to me to decide if I want to do it, yes or no. You say, honey, let's go to the store. I want to go. I make that decision and say, I don't want to go to the store today. That was my decision to let you know that. Why go to the store with you being mad with my lip poked out because I don't want to be there?
well, actually, she didn't, Lavon. She didn't lie by omission. The other guy has no idea. So, well, I guess you're right. She did lie by omission, and then she lied directly. You're right.
Yeah, she's not gonna have
So,
no poly. She might as well give it up because how you start is how you finish. That's one of the rules that don't never
Exactly.
change. How you start is how you finish. If you start off lying, you're gonna end up lying.
And that one, thank
mhm.
And
you,
she's
thank you.
starting off. She is the person that's in power. She's moving the pieces around. So that ain't Polly nothing, and she need not put that on Polly and leave
No,
that
she
alone
wants
because
to
that
go.
ain't Polly.
But that's what she wants to go. She wants to move forward too. That she wants to address it to them that they be in a poly relationship. She wants to continue seeing and having sex with both men.
Mm.
She just a freak. That's what it sounds like.
Why she
She
gotta be
A
a
whole
greedy. I
freak.
think she's just greedy. So I
Right.
don't think she don't want to choose. She
Yeah,
don't
oh,
want to choose.
yeah.
little
And you
funny
have to watch.
about it.
You open yourself up to a lot because you got to watch. Because, child, listen,
Mm.
ain't no need to lie to yourself these days when you really don't have to lie anymore. You can literally put it out on the table what you like, and
It will
when
be
you
somebody.
settle, you set yourself up for failure.
Yeah, because I
Ah,
think if
who
she say something,
said
they're gonna
Tennessee?
both.
Who said it wouldn't work?
I don't think it will work. I think once she mentions it, I think they both want to leave her. I don't think they're gonna stay either one.
Well, we'll see if she
I
decides to
mean,
work
they might
now.
be freaks too. You never know.
You right? You
Sister,
never know.
She might open the
Yeah,
door for something
see?
else, and then she got to
Okay.
accept them two getting with each other too. Is she willing to
Oh
accept
Lord.
that? Not, oh
hey, sister.
Lord, that's what Polly looked like.
That's why I would only have to be probably with a woman.
But then you can't be poly with a woman. Then you just be in something else. But poly is
No, I'm talking
generally
about
everybody's
me.
open to everything
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She wants two
because it
men. I
goes
would
off of
go with a
energy,
woman.
right? Poly
Yeah.
literally usually goes off of energy. Sexual prowess don't usually have nothing to do with it. It's about energy.
I ain't never think about it like that on that
Yes,
level.
I wanna chime in. That's exactly what I was talking about, Trador. So in the chat I said something. Dwayne told me to come up and say it. Hello everybody. I'm just gonna say
Hello.
this
How you doing, my love?
and hop down.
Good.
So like to me, because I am I guess not the norm in the black community, but I'll date a bisexual man. I'll date a white man, Asian, pretty much whatever, as long as, funds is right, you're clean, and you have all the other things I'm looking for. So I am very well versed as far as like with the being around the gay community and bisexual community and the DL community. I know we're not talking about this right now, but a lot of times in those relationships with women, when you are like me and you can like have any relationship you want and do what you want and you play safe, you really realize a lot of things about power and the way men think that they hold their power in their penis. So if you're a woman and you're dating three guys and a guy is dating three women, so I'm a hoe, he's a player. So that's what William grew under, which is why we've seen the recent events of what he went through, because probably his whole life he was been taught that he was a player, when in actuality he could have been a hoe, right? So it's like men get all of these different accolades and they get, pat on the back for being fluid and open. Yeah, you the man. Da, 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 da. And then when it comes to the bisexual, like if I'm dating a guy that's bisexual, like it's very liberating for them to tell me that. And even if I date like a straight man and I'm like, and I talk to them about like bisexual culture and they give me a look or whatever like that, it's like you can tell the power. It's like they don't really want you in because they're just like looking like, oh, so you're not going to audition to be a wife and I'm never going to propose. I'm not going through that at 40. Like, I don't need to audition to be a wife and a ring. First of all, I've done that many moons ago, but it's like, you're not going to play that fake part with them. The good morning text, the good morning beautiful that he sends to 500 people. Oh, well, he texts me.
Child.
He can't get me with that stuff because the power is, you take the power away from them to let them know that just because you have a penis and you were born a man doesn't mean that I can't be open as well. And, until you show me the signs where I even want to be a wife and smell your farts under the covers, then we would get there. But I like my house. You should have your own, like things like that. They want you to audition for these fake parts out here that they're never going to give you. They're never going to give you that part. And the ones that do, you don't have to guess. So all the really happily married women know that. When your man wants you, you don't have to guess. You already know you're his wife from day one. It's not a part. Well, let me see if you like that. Well, what kind of wig and lashes and all that other kind of stuff is all fake. And then you realize when you're open like this, you realize that men don't even have a type. So like I said, that's a whole deeper other conversation because they'll fuck an apple pie. They don't give a fuck. They don't care if you light skin. They don't care if you
Oh
dark
boy.
skin. They don't care if you have a leg. They don't care if you have an eye. Honey, all of them are their type. That's the real tea that they don't want to talk about. But once you take that power away, it's almost like, dang, she know too much. Yeah, honey, I have a few rings that I haven't pawned. I, have
Okay.
a deposit box. Maybe I'll use for a rainy day when I want to sail around the world. I don't need your dusty ring. Like, so when you stop auditioning for that part, and I think in the Black community, that because we're taught girls to this like Disney lifestyle, like a man is gonna come, keep auditioning, honey. You're not getting casted. And when you do, you're gonna be Taraji. You're gonna make an eighth of what the white girl is making. You're gonna make $100,000 for an $80,000 movie. So you're not even getting anything out of it. So at the end of the day, I'm pro marriage and all of that stuff. I love it. But at the end of the day, women being liberated in their sexuality is what's happening in 2024, period. If I want 6 men, I want a boyfriend, I want 2 husbands, wherever in the world I want to go, I can do it.
You
So
better
in the
quench your thirst. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And
would
sometimes my thirst be different.
That,
Sometimes I want
right.
water. Sometimes I want lemonade. Sometimes, but like Trey George said, it's not even all about sex. Sometimes
Right.
the last bisexual guy I talked to, we're still actually friends to this day because it wasn't even a sexual relationship. It was a soul. It's like he's in my
Get
soul.
out of there.
It's just like, so I just hopped up here to say that I got to go finish doing what I was doing, but that's it. Sorry for
so
the
Oh,
long rant, God. Sorry for
no,
the
but
long rant.
Thank you
thank
for you. Thank
Bye.
Yeah,
you.
I think sister made some good points,
I wanted to
but
know what
the
she would
only
do in
thing
this situation. Would she tell one of the
I
guys,
must
or
be low. Let
would
me turn my mic up. Hello,
one second. 1 second. And Bernadette. And
Hey, it's
Bernadette.
me. Hey, it's me.
Okay. Welcome.
can you go ahead? I'll go ahead here.
oh no, I'm done.
Oh, okay, because I ain't hear what you said. I was going to say
Yes, me.
I
I'm
can
just being.
absolutely hear, and to a certain extent, I can possibly agree with the generation that's underneath mine. But if you are 30, 35 and up, we're not doing none of that. We're not doing none of that, and I get it. But
You be
it's
surprised, Brooke. You be
I know
surprised.
that's why I said
It's
I
out there.
agree.
A
That's
lot
why
of
I said
folks don't
I
talk
agree.
about it. They don't talk about it because a lot of people judge them. So they
You're not
just keep it to
listening to what I said.
themselves.
I said I agree. Now I
Right. I'm yeah, yeah, because I mean it goes on a lot. It's
It
more times
does.
than not. More times than not. It's just we know that generation, our generation just don't talk about it.
what
Trip.
okay, so
Hey,
my
it's me.
generation is considered The millenniums, right? I was born in 81.
Oh God.
What generation is
Girl,
that?
I got
Yeah.
Gen. You said
It's
you
the
how old?
ain't it's the millennium? We're the millenniums, right?
No,
I'm born in 72, boo.
Oh, so
I'm
okay, so
Gen
you
X. I'm the Furrow generation. The next generation is under me was my sons, which will be Y. You even Y or Z before the millennials.
Yeah, I don't think you're a millennium, Brooke.
Mm-mm.
That was like 1990.
Yeah, I think the girl, you old to them.
Yeah, we old, bro. We old.
He's
Miss
Gen
Brooke,
X.
girl, you slid your ass down to the playground,
y'all
girl.
gonna
You
say
old, the
that.
old lady to them, honey.
I'm gonna say
He
I'm
ain't
getting old.
lying.
Okay, I got it here for you guys. Baby boomers were born between the year 1946 to 1964. That's me. Generation X was born from 1965 to 1979. They got a
That's me.
Generation Y that was born from 1980 through 1994, and
Thank you.
Generation Z born 1995 to 2009.
No.
And that's that's
Oh,
what
I'm not talking to you.
generation.
I was. I'm reading.
Oh,
I'm reading the chat. I'm sorry.
oh, okay, dear. And now the next generation, which is called Alpha, 2010 to 2024.
Out there, the alphas. Child.
Child.
I love it. See,
How
and
the hell they alpha?
none of that actually is correct when it comes to me, King Roman, or Voodoo, because we're gay, and in
Right.
gay years, it's like dog years, so it don't go along with that.
Oh Lord, y'all got your own
Child, I'm
generation.
old. Right,
Hell yeah,
Trachor. I'm
Brooke.
old.
Brooke, when I turned 25, girl, I was like a senior citizen to the
Right.
Oh my
Right.
God.
child. Folks was running
That's the
around. Y'all
truth.
be calling me mother. Folks was calling me Graham. By the time before I turned 30, people was like, Graham. I'm like, what?
Oh my God.
Wait, y'all old then.
Child, yeah, I'm like literally, I'm in, at this point, 52. Honey, I'm giving very much, honey, put her in a tomb, honey. That's, yeah. Gay years is something else, honey.
It is.
Dang, I didn't
That's
know
gay
that.
years too.
Well, like I said, I know I'm old as Methuselah on here on this platform, on this panel, probably. So there it goes.
Well, I'm going to leave you alone, Mr.
You
Corral.
ain't got to leave him alone. We know he used to drop Moses off at the daycare center before he went to work. We know he old.
Child.
You know what?
You,
Here, if I could just jump in, here's why I don't get with Mr. William Nefarious ass. We know his dating style. He got a lot of nerve to be up here talking, but the truth of the
What?
matter is,
Ooh,
Mr. Williams,
ooh.
we
oh,
listen, Mr. Carruthers, we have heard how you date, so it seemed like it was a little oxymoron what you were saying. So I didn't quite get it, but I didn't come up here to pick on you. I'm so sorry. That was just a thought that came to
Oh,
my
I'm just,
head.
hey, at my age, I'm glad to be picked on, honey.
Well, I wanted to kind of piggyback on what a lot of people have said, but also to the first letter about, because it kind of ties in for me about the young man who has a sibling that's a step and the mom don't know. Fast forward that to what we're talking about now, and that's why I was a little bit surprised at Mr. Williams, because his generation, which is my parents' generation, you did have uh the wife in one house. 2 doors later, 2 doors down was the stepmother, and not only that, it might be a third one about 6 blocks away. It just, that was called the silent generation. They didn't talk about nothing. They just let everything happen. They didn't really get into, long as the dude took care of his kids, they didn't care. They didn't
right.
care. So I'm not understanding why Mr. Williams don't know this to be true about women being that way back then. So to go to the first letter, I would tell, if I was the person, I would definitely tell your mother. Because what happened to me was I had moved to this city where I used to live, and I moved back, and I walk into this church. I said, I'm going to go to church Sunday morning. It was a block away from my house. Tell me why the pastor up there preaching says, "Oh my God, that's my sister." Just walked in the door. And I'm looking around like, "Ooh, yeah, he talking about me. He talking about me." I'm like, "What?" Yeah, yeah. Literally in the middle of his, I was late for church, of course, but in the middle of him doing, what they were doing and everything, he said, "Shelly," and I was like, I don't know you, sir. I don't know. He literally told, "Come on up here, everybody. This is my sister." I had no idea who this man was, his church, none of that. That's why keeping secrets like that is not good, because
Right.
Right.
it just isn't. Because now our story actually ended very well. I became very close to him because he was the sibling in between me and my sister. My sister is 4 years older than me, and he is 2 years older than me. So when my mom and dad, they got married, they were 14 and 16. And that's what they did. They just kind of dated whoever they wanted to. The men were very dogmatic back then. They didn't care whether my dad, and I don't care about telling you, I did this on a story time my channel a long time ago. My dad had a kid with our babysitter. When my mom left him when I was 2, he made that his whole first family. So I still grew up with my babysitters and her kids, which was another man down the block. So, and y'all can't act like y'all don't know this stuff was going on. Was it a PA thing? Because James, I'm from Philly. Maybe it's a PA thing.
No, this is why it ain't just MPA. This is why, see, I'm ready to make some people mad right now. I always go left. This is why do you think things like sickle cell is so prevalent in the Black community? Because that behavior was going on all over the place. And, sickle cell is nothing but if two people with the trait get together, now you got a baby that got sickle cell.
Yeah. And it's
You
crazy.
have to ask questions because you just don't know. We got tons of cousins, and sometimes it ain't really your cousin. And that was Black folks used to do that best. And then the difference was white folks would do it, and it was just it was incest. They was just open with it. They just didn't talk about it. They were just doing it.
But that's why I kind of don't get it, because back then, and again, case in point, Mr. Will, the men knew about this. All the men, they hang at the same hole in the wall. They all knew Stanley had a wife. He had stepkids, and he had a third baby mama. And they all, like, the women didn't talk about it. It was silent to them. But all the
Right,
men
because
knew
they
this
are
was
embarrassed. They knew. They knew too, but they
exactly.
was embarrassed.
And like I said, and then when I found out, I come to find out, because I'm 10 years younger than my older sister, everybody knew about this. Everybody knew about this. But me, goddamn it, to the day I had to go to church. Now, why I got to go to church and find out about sin? Like, what the heck? So afterwards, he after the service, he said, "I thought you knew. Everybody knew." I'm like, no, I didn't. I was much younger. They split up when I was 2, so I didn't catch all of that schism and the ladies, running to each other, and the babysitters and all of that kind of slick stuff. I didn't catch it, because you got to keep in mind, my mom was 14 when she first got married. She had her first child at 15, and for 10 years had kids. So for them, the women knew, and they just kind of just let it go. The babysitter was the same age as my mother. So it wasn't like my dad was messing with some underage kids. Like, it literally was how it went. Now, nowadays, like I said, that's why I think in that first letter, that person better tell their mom about this other person, not simply, just morally. It's not right to know that information and not tell your mother. As a
Exactly. And
mother
that's
of
what I
3
said.
boys, that would unnerve the fuck out of me if my sons knew some shit like that and didn't tell me. Boy, So I think for the first letter, yeah, they better tell. Now, as far as the second letter, things have changed. My sons are 25, 28, and 32. And I don't want to put them on blast. Neither one of them. This ain't about none of them. But they don't have the same moral compass we do. Honestly, they practice a lot more safe sex, and they don't care. They'll sleep with some dude, girl. They really don't care. I'm sorry to say it, but they don't. As long as they protect it and they know it ain't no, that he don't care. He over there doing his thing. So it gets really confusing. But when they agree to do it, they do. It happens a lot, y'all. It really does happen a lot. It's a lot of girls, a lot of women like my age and a little younger have figured out it's not enough, quote unquote, black men that are imprisoned or on drugs to feel the sea of black women they're left. And some women are saying, hey, we both love them, let's share them. It's happening. It ain't nothing new either. They did it in the Bible days. All right, I'm done.
I don't mean to sound greedy, and I know he get ready to be called a dick pig, but I would never share my man, but I will definitely have more than one man.
Okay, let
I'm
me
not
tell y'all
sharing
something
another
else.
bitch knowingly.
I
I'm
agree.
gonna just put it out
Hey,
here. I'm gonna just
I
put it
agree.
out here.
I'm with you. Absolutely.
When I was younger, I dated two men at the same time. I mean, and they didn't like it was. I don't know. I don't get what the problem is. If two men know they desire and want you, and not only just sexually, but they want to take care of you. They want to buy you cars. They want to buy you food. They want to, buy you mink coats. I let them. I let all. Look, what I'm gonna stop them? I didn't
Yeah, you
belong to
just
them.
gotta watch yourself. And that's
Sharente,
all.
can
You
I ask
definitely
you a
have to watch
question?
yourself because when you
Yeah.
play with matters of the heart, you're as a
No,
woman.
I'm
Well, not
talking
just as a
about.
woman,
I'm
you put
talking about
yourself
them
Even
in.
as a
knowing.
man.
I'm now.
Yep.
Of course, I'm not talking about now. I got
But
married
even with them
4 years
knowing,
ago.
sister, even with them knowing, baby,
All right.
you don't know, you don't get that memo when it kicks up a notch and one of them really is feeling you, and then he gets in his feelings because men hold their feelings in, and
Right.
then it could go left on you. So that's probably what you probably having a time of your life,
I
but you
was. That's what I'm trying to say. I
potentially,
was in my early
yeah,
20s.
you potentially put yourself in danger
But you
because you
know
just
what?
don't
It
know.
was like, listen, I lived in Miami in the 80s. It was, that's what it was. We did. Now, again, I'm talking about a different era, but it was nothing for, and when I say this, don't leave it on sex because that's not all it is. But
Right.
these dudes would compete. He bought you a what? I'm going to outbuy him. Now, I'm going to leave it at that and I'm going to quit talking because I don't want y'all to think I was no hoe because that's
How
not
can
No,
who I
but
was
I
back
get
then.
you. I definitely get
Yeah.
you. But
And
yeah,
explain
nowadays
to all
things
of them.
change. Yeah,
Right. And
because now
explain
you
to
got
all of
social
them.
media, whereas you be
Ain't no
dating
need.
one and the other one can't see it.
Right. Right.
You
No,
Right.
can't see it
okay.
because that's where you say you don't shit where you eat. But
Right.
now
Yeah.
social media, everything is so available that they can see it, and it's very easy for somebody's feelings to
Mm-hmm.
change or jealousy to kick in. So yeah, I mean it's all cool. I mean as long as everybody's on board, but you just
You know
gotta
how I
watch.
used to feel back then? Honestly, I was from, like I said, I grew up in Miami in the 80s, and I was really from, you're not going to use me, I'll use you first. I was from the era of, I'm going to do sexually or whatever, what I want to do.
Right.
And I'm not going to hide none of this from y'all, number one. Number two, you either going to accept it because you want to go on a date with me or you want to continue to date me. You want to continue to take me to Jamaica. You want to continue to take me to nice restaurants. You want to take me down Biscayne Boulevard before it was trash. You want to do all of these things, but you got to know there's somebody else who want to do it. And they
Mhm.
step up. But again, that was my life back then. I enjoyed it, have fun. I wouldn't recommend it now.
But what if you would have gotten pregnant?
She would
But
have
what's
dealt
the
with
whole
it.
point? And not only that, and which I never did, honestly. My pregnancy story is a different one, but I was protected. I used protection. I had IUD for 7, 8 years, twice. So I wasn't dumb. I was really under the auspice of these dudes is out here tearing these girls up. They're not going to do that to me, and I'm gonna look good while I do it. And I wasn't no hoe. I never been known as that. I simply didn't take a lot of the BS. And it's a lot of girls taking that stance now. You're not going to use me. And if I can't make this work and you're not going to be monogamous, then I'm going to have to make it work in a poly. And that's just what they're doing. That's it.
But
And I'm
yeah,
just,
back before we
I'm
had
shut
to
up. I'm
deal
like,
with sexually transmitted diseases
right,
that
right,
kill you, people,
right.
getting pregnant and dealing with a baby, that wasn't no big deal back in the day. People just handled it. They
They messed
handled
around
it,
and
and
they
they,
did. Yep,
exactly. They, I ain't saying what's right and what's wrong, but people handled it.
absolutely.
They
Oh,
handled it.
okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Nah,
I
I know
mean,
They
what you're
handled
saying
it.
too.
and
They
to be
They
very
handled
handled
it.
it.
honest with you, I have
Okay.
never had an STD or anything like that. And it's funny
Yeah.
because it just wasn't um I don't know. I guess the sleeping with somebody else was very different. It wasn't the same back then. For us, we didn't have we didn't have all these other things that you were catching. In other words,
Right.
this is
Most of what happened
this is
if
pre
you got
HIV, right?
pregnant, you handle it, or you go get a shot in your ass cheek and
And
you keep it
and
right
that's
on
it.
portion.
Yeah.
And
And
that
but
would
and
be, and the
nowadays, I
worst
think
thing you had was
it's
a damn
safer
baby.
too. Oh, and one thing that's safer now for them is they do have all the precursors. They are knowledgeable than we were back then. So I think it missed like a whole generation in between and went haywire, and that's why it was shunned upon. Why are women are dating two men at a time. But now it's totally revolutionized, and women just really gonna do what they want to do. That's how I always felt. I'm gonna do what I want to do with my little hot pocket, and if I decide that I want to do something different, then that's what I did. That's how I went from being married to I'm a lesbian. So it just
Yeah.
is what it is.
And the
Mm.
crack
Who said
epidemic changed things too. The
It
crack
did.
epidemic changed things because people were so high that they stopped taking care of problems. And for some reason, I believe that there's something in crack that makes people even more fertile. And people were getting pregnant and popping out babies like crazy, and they didn't have time to take care of the issue. So it changed the dynamics of everything. And then right after that,
Mhm.
boom, we went right into the HIV epidemic. And child, it just everything went down in the fucking toilet, and that's how we end up here.
Right.
Exactly. I
But
agree.
Because
yeah,
in the 70s, you ain't heard nobody fussing about no sex or none of
listen,
that. People was
none
getting
of that.
high and getting fucked and having a great time.
Getting it
Listen,
in. Sure was.
that old wildflower era was real, and a lot of our parents, or if you younger grandparents, who were doing those things in the 60s and 70s, you talk to them now, they'll tell you, I ain't never had no diseases.
Right. You didn't even hear, and here's the thing, you didn't even hear so much of the rumbling about gay stuff back then. You know why? Because didn't nobody give a fuck because everybody was busy.
Yeah, everybody
They
was
was
Exactly.
busy.
busy. They ain't had no time pointing out who you wasn't supposed to be sticking. They was too busy sticking something.
Right.
And then, when things start tapering off, then everybody had a problem with everybody. Everybody looking at everybody. It's childish shit that went down in the toilet.
But it's as crazy as it sounds, it's not a bad solution to a lot what's going on right now. With half the brothers
Okay,
being incarcerated and half of them being in
Truth.
jail, it is
Truth
not.
always makes things better.
Yep. Hmm.
Trip, you haven't said much. What you think about what we're talking about?
Oh, wake up, Trip.
Is
I'm
he
here.
there?
I'm here. Sorry.
Oh.
You gonna say, are you there?
I came in
I'm
late, so
working
I
to
was just
death.
trying to see what y'all was talking about. I was just catching up, so I don't really have nothing. I mean, y'all were talking about the alphas and all that stuff, and I know I was listening to Miss Bernadette tell her story, so I don't really.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll jump in.
Okay.
And I missed the letters. I didn't even hear the letters. I heard William, and I was like, William Carruthers, you say what now? That's
That
what I
first one was
gave.
juicy. That first one was really juicy. That first one was really, to
Can you
me,
read that
because
letter
it
again? Because I
I
want
felt that.
to answer what would they do? What would they do?
Yeah, I felt that.
Wait. Am I? You need to say
Well,
something. If you're single already and you're fucking two different men, why do you? I mean, you just chose. What's
That's
for you
not
to
the
let
first
them know?
letter. You want the one with the lady with two men? Because the one before that
That's
was
for you.
the,
That's what
the
Oh,
huh?
I mean, you do both. I mean, it's up to you. Yeah, you do both. I didn't hear the first one. I just heard the second one.
Okay, this is the first one. First real letter. It was when I was 20. My two half sisters and stepbrother found out a man in his early 30s was claiming to be my stepdad's son. My stepdad denied it, but admitted to knowing the man's mom. Fast forward to C19. In my late 30s now, and the man is almost 40 something. My youngest sister decided to reach out to him. They met up, and the man told her all he wanted was to know yes or no if our dad was his dad. My stepbrother is an asshole who didn't care. My sisters felt bad and wanted to know the truth themselves. I told them I would support whatever they decide. My middle sister decided to take the DNA test. Turns out the man is my stepfather's son. Not one of us told our parents, and now I kind of feel uncomfortable that my mom doesn't know, and at this point, I decided to stay out of it. But do you think I should tell my mom? Yes, I do.
Absolutely.
How old are they? How old is the
I was
child?
say how old
She's
now
in
are
third. She's in her 30s, and the brother is in his 40s.
So how long? Okay, so the daughter is his actual biological daughter, the man
No,
in question.
no, no. They're all his step. There's only one half brother, which is his son, and they have two, she has two half sisters by her mom and her stepdad,
That's what I was
and
asking. So the daughter is the daughter of the man who's claiming to be the father of the other young man, right?
yes, her middle sister.
Okay, and she's in her 30s. So the dude is around that age, which means he would have to
He'd
cheat
be his
on.
40.
Uh, so was it before the mother? Because that's why wouldn't he want to?
Yes, that's exactly right. It was before the mother.
Yeah, you need to tell your mom, son, boy. I would tell my moms. I would actually say something to him first, and then I would give him that option to tell my mom, or I'm gonna tell her.
Yeah, he doesn't know either that they took the test.
Brooke, let me ask you one question further. So once he tells his mom, what you think she should do?
I
Nothing.
mean, you probably feel some kind of way, but
She
I don't
might
think she's
know.
going to leave him because that was before her, and he didn't know, or he didn't want to know.
They might be surprised to find out that their mother already knows. Because my mother
The
knew.
mother
Exactly.
may already know.
My
Yep, you're
mother
right.
knew. She
Yep.
knew the whole time. She knew when the boy was born 32 years before I even met him. She knew.
Yeah,
So
and
I
they may have
mean,
had that conversation where he said, I
here's
may
the
have a
switch.
child,"
Then it's
but
about trust because
yeah.
as a child or a sibling or a daughter, I'm responsible to tell my mother that kind of stuff. You don't keep that kind of stuff from your mother or your father, for that matter. Like,
Exactly.
because then it takes away. Like, if she finds out later, okay, I didn't tell y'all because I didn't think this, that, and the other. But she found out we knew. If I'm the mother, I'm gonna be like, why you ain't saying nothing to me?
Exactly, and that's exactly what I said. It's my whole thing is really nothing bad on the mother except bad on the father except for he didn't not making it a small thing, but he didn't acknowledge the child that he knew was his. Because you can't. There's
Mhm.
no way possible somebody come up to you and find think that you're their father and you don't take a test or anything. You knew what he was going to say. So, but this man is in his 40s. He's not looking for child support. He don't want you to do nothing. He just wants you to want to know who his father is. I would tell my mother, and I don't. I really wouldn't think it would be a big problem because I mean, what is he coming to do? Nothing.
I think,
It's
to be honest, I think
nothing with
the
my
mom may
son.
already know, and that
Yeah,
and then they may have had that conversation, and he may have said, "I might have a son." I don't know. Something may have transpired down the line with the mom, with the mothers, because I've seen vindictive mothers not allow for a man to take care of their child just because they want to be in that, and he probably just went on here with his life, especially if he raising other children.
The bad part is what we see is that it's just perpetuated the silence that we had as black children. That's all they're really doing is just perpetuating what they knew from the mom. The mom didn't talk, don't ask, don't tell, and now they doing exactly what their saw their mom do, not talk. My sons, I talk to them, so they come and talk to me. But if that person doesn't want to say, I would question, you know, do you really love your mom in the sense that you're not a friend to her but her feelings, because what if she don't know and found out that they knew? That is going to break her heart. That is going to break her heart. But they're probably been raised in that type of silence, because if she knew, then she's used to, moms is used to keeping secrets too. So
I don't
it's
even
a,
know
it's
if
a
the
cycle
mom,
that needs to be broken. Yeah.
even if the mom did know. I mean, it was before her. What was she supposed to do? Oh wait a minute, I got some people in the back. 1 second.
That's what I was trying to figure out. Like
Nothing.
her is expecting what reaction?
Our city,
That's me.
Toby, Toby.
It's me.
That ain't no Miss
I
Toby.
didn't know that.
So ignorant.
Go ahead, please.
No, you good this time.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
You
All
good?
right.
All right.
Hey,
Oxy.
y'all.
Yeah.
Hi,
If you need a
everybody.
space, I'll
Hello.
jump down. If you
Yeah,
need
I'll
a
drop
space for another person, I'll jump down. Because that's just said
What?
enough.
I got paid stream y'all now. I'm
Yeah,
on
but you
Uber.
had 10, baby.
you. 10, yeah.
Okay. Ain't nobody back here.
Well, you won't
Well,
be able to see them.
I
You
can
won't be able to
see.
see them.
Yeah.
I can see them in the back. Toby, you do got Is that Toby?
Because when you hit 10, it won't even let nobody else come in, I don't think.
It won't.
So I'll drop because I didn't said enough. I've ran my mouth long enough. I'll drop down because I'm sure
Thank you for
somebody
coming
else will
up.
probably try to get up. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop down too,
No,
y'all. I'm looking at the chat
All
that
right.
now.
Thank you for
wasn't
coming
me.
up,
This
bro.
is Ashley.
Huh?
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
I came up to say something real quick about that one letter, about the stepbrother and all that. So it's not really according to this, but I wanted to give you my story. So, my mom and my dad were together, whatever, had me, and they divorced when I was 6 months old. So I was raised without my dad, right? In the meantime, my dad went and he was pretty much a Rolling Stone. He had twins that I have twin brothers and I have some other siblings, right? So he was still having kids when me and my brothers were adults. Because I have a younger set of siblings that are the same age as my children. But my dad was married to this woman and she had 2 children with him. Meanwhile, he had a whole nother family with another lady across town that had 3 children with him. Me and the twins, we used to go and visit my dad, and because we wanted to be a part of the 2 that was in his household, they're our siblings, their life. You know what I mean? We didn't want them to grow up like we did without each other and finding each other as we got older. Basically, this whole time we never knew that there was a whole nother set of 3 on the other side of town. Fast forward to when they became adults. My the oldest sister from that other set reached out to me and the twins and was letting us know. She basically reached out on Messenger and sent us a message saying, you may not know who I am, but I'm such and such, and I'm your sister, and there's 2 others. There's another sister and another brother. She started telling us, she sent us pictures, and me and the twins talked about it because they called me and was like, girl, did you get this message? And I was like, I thought it was my other sister because she looked just like her, but it wasn't. So I went into it and read it. I was like, oh my God. So we didn't know what to do. We was like, what are we going to do? Because we had made a pact that we were not going to hold anything from our other siblings. So my brothers sent my dad an email and told my dad, look, our sisters and our brother have reached out to us. We know they're here. We know what's going on. You have 24 hours to tell our other siblings what's going on before we tell them, because we're not going to hold it from them. Fast forward, my baby brother called me and was because they sent me pictures and it was on Facebook, so they saw them. And it hit me up and talking about, who is these lost family members you're talking about? So we had to tell him. I said, hold on. We conference called all of us in, and we all met each other on the phone that same day. They were in the house with my father. They asked my dad right then, do you know who they are? He said, yeah. But his wife didn't know. And when I tell you they're all the same, the last 5 children are all in the same age range. Okay. So one day they said they weren't going to tell their mom. Well, my sister got mad at her mom for defending my dad about something and ended up spilling the beans. Oh,
1 second. Bobby. 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 Come off of mute, Bobby. Bobby.
Spam,
Bobby in
shut
there.
the hell up, Spam.
Bobby.
She dropped. I'm
So,
sorry. Go ahead.
okay, so she ended up telling the mom that you over here defending him so bad, you don't even know he got a whole nother family on the other side of town. She said, what are you talking about? So she said, oh, you don't believe me? So she told her to call me and ask me, put me in the hot seat. So my stepmom called me and asked me, what is my sister was saying, what is she talking about? I said, okay. So I told her to go look at the pictures and you tell me. She said, oh, that's your daddy's kids. I said, yes, ma'am, it is. And she was like, well, how old are they? Come to find out, the two sisters are 3 months apart. The two brothers are 4 months apart, and the baby sister is a month younger than my oldest son. Yes.
Dang.
Right. So when she did all her investigation, she ended up putting my dad out and all that other good stuff. But what I'm saying is, it's better for the parent to know. I feel if that's your mom and he had a kid, even though it's before the time, like my dad used to lie to his wife all the time, talking about he took care of me and my brothers, and he know damn well he didn't, and that she used to get on our case. Like when we would go visit and we would have these conversations, she would try to come at us like, y'all just treat y'all dad bad. Y'all don't know what y'all's mamas did and this, that, and the third. And we looking at her like, no, girl, you just don't know who you married to. So you just don't know who you married to. And come to find out, she did not know who she was married to. He had a whole nother family. If you want to be technical, the side chick had more kids than all his wives did. Okay. Yeah, my mom was a wife. She only had me. My brother's, the twins' mom was a wife, and she had two, the twins. And then that third wife had two. The side chick had three. Yeah. And so I feel like, and she knew about everybody. The side chick knew about everybody, but the third wife knew about none of it. All she knew about was me and the twins. And so when she found out that he had these other kids, it became a problem. And it was the last years of his life. And she put him out and was like, y'all take care of him. So I don't know what I mean.
Rolling Stone was a real thing.
Rolling Stone was a real thing. My dad was a Rolling Stone.
Yeah, that was a real thing.
My dad was too.
My dad.
So I mean,
with his dusty
I understand
ass.
the feeling. I understand the feeling. Luckily, my mom wasn't the wife at the time, so I could tell her all of it.
Can I ask you a question? Because of your dad, did you ever have? Okay, because of your dad and how he was a Rolling Stone or whatever, did you ever have issues with relationships with men?
Yeah, I did. Well, I did and I didn't. But because the only reason why I did, because for a long time, like I said, my mom and dad divorced when I was 6 months, and I didn't meet my dad for the first time till I was 13, and then I didn't see him again until I was 17, and I only saw him then was because the twins, my brothers that are a year behind me, found me, and we all went to him. So in a sense, I had abandonment issues when it came to men, so I was real clingy. But then again, I didn't, because I had great role models in men other than my dad. I had my grandfather on my mom's side and my godfather, who was like my father. I could cry now because he raised me. You know what I mean? And so he always had the dad role, but there was always something in me that felt some type of way about men, because I felt like they were easily to be swayed and abandon you. So yeah, it does. It plays a part.
Now my dad ironically never he took care of all three sets. He like we spent Christmases together as we got older. So he still raised us. We just didn't live in the same house. He never missed a school starting. He never missed none of that. So even though he was a Rolling Stone, and the second family, those weren't his kids. That was another man's kids, and he took care of them. So all of it, like I said, it was more almost as if in a silent arrangement back then.
Okay, and I want to answer Jay's questions right quick. You asked how old is the son? She said in his 40s. And how long had they been together? Not just married, because the son could have been disregarded because his mom was someone he was cheating on her mom with, and had beef with. Might be some mess there. Only thing about that, she's her mother's child. The man is older than her, so he couldn't have been with the mother, because the mother had a daughter, and the mother had her own daughter, so this was prior to the mother.
Should she be mad?
No.
In
my opinion, she shouldn't be mad, because this was before this.
I don't feel like she should be mad, but I feel like she should be looking at him a little sideways if he knew about this kid and never said nothing.
And I definitely feel like he knew. I definitely believe he knew that there was a possibility that was his son, because he said to them that he knew his mom. You knew her in the biblical way too, because damn well whether you slept with that woman or not. And if you had any idea, any inkling that it could have been, he should have taken the test. He just wasn't. He was kind of weak to me in my eyes. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. But yeah, I don't feel like she should like be mad because, like you said, it was before her. But at the same time, if you're at the age where you've been with this man for quite some time, because your kids with him are in their 30s, so
Well,
why would he not?
in the 20s when he came around.
No, what I'm saying is the kids that she has with the husband that has the side baby are in their 30s now.
He
Why
was in
was
the
this never talked about?
when he first came around. He was in their 30s. She was in her 20s. And then when they got 10 years later, her sister reached out to him.
Right.
So they were all old enough that it wouldn't have made a big difference. It's not like this man was looking to come steal the family jewels and take all the money with child support. It's just
Right.
crazy.
I don't even know a lot of families that did child support back then. The fathers really, as far as I knew, they still took care of their child. They still took care of their kids, even if they made a whole nother family. I don't remember a lot of families doing child support back then. I mean, I don't know whether it's right or wrong, but, child support was like a big thing during my age growing up. But
Thank
like
you,
my
Kiwa.
mom's age, they didn't. Yeah, they were 15 when they got married between the two of them. So it wasn't a lot of child support. Some are saying, well, maybe they were running from child support. No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Oh, well, my dad wasn't running. He just lied and would say, he just would lie. And it was crazy. One time, me and my brothers, we were at his house and we were bad, because like I said, we were a little jilted with my dad because he didn't raise us. So he left us at his house one time and we was in his basement going through his paperwork, found out that he would claim one of us every year on his taxes and he never paid child support for none of us.
Mm-mm.
My dad was a mess. My dad
Julian,
was a mess. He
yeah,
was a Rolling Stone for real. But I felt like it was wrong to I mean, of course, it's wrong to have two families on the other side of town. Yes. But he knew that his older kids were trying to build a relationship with the younger siblings. And he never once said anything to us about those other three children. We did not meet them until they were all, well, except for the baby girl, were all at least 18. And that's when she reached out to us. We had no clue that there was three other siblings out there at all.
Mhm.
So I mean, I feel like I look at it from the man's point of view. That's why I came up to say that, because my dad knew the whole time. He just never said anything. So the blame is really on the dad. It's never the woman's fault. The blame is on the dad at the end of the day, because he knew.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I would tell my mama. I sure would.
Well, it's almost time for King Roman to do his membership live, and I need to get my money's worth.
wait,
So,
hold up, triple. You want to
I
get
mean,
triple?
triple. I'm sorry, triple.
You
No,
said
that
that.
was an honor. I said, call me King Rome, and that's an honor.
I'm
All
like, oh,
right.
you know what?
I apologize. What'd you say,
No, you
Roman?
good. I'm just messing.
Triple. What's up with this membership? I'm just sick of having the same
Oh,
message.
listen. It's some days it be crazy, but we've been chilling lately. You ain't missing too
Usually when
much. I
I
mean,
hit
we
the
having a good
link, I
time.
turn up. I
Oh,
turn up for him, King Rum.
he do be turning
Now,
up though.
Voodoo, did you get a gifted membership, or was this is this your own membership now?
Oh wow! You trying to say I'm cheap, King Roman?
Ooh.
Wow!
I'm curious.
Mm-mm.
I'm curious.
No, I got a
Oh,
membership.
with triple, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I cancel all my memberships, so I won't be in your
Oh
chat
no,
no
I
Oh,
more.
got you.
Thank you
It's okay.
for
I'm gonna
Mhm.
see you in the streets, Miss Toby. We'll still be able to talk here and there.
Hey,
Yeah,
Nikki.
I
King
cancel.
Roman, your challenge was so freaking awesome last night. It was crazy alarming. Like it
yeah,
was
that
We need
was
to
like
do
funny.
some more pop-ups.
I
Start the
was
Yeah,
new
that was
surprised
year.
fun.
nobody got up there and said, "Thank you for the girl job." Oh my god. I was surprised nobody did this. But that was a good one.
What was your other choices for the pop-up? I saw your post about
We had a twerk, we had beef sector impersonation, we was gonna have a sing off.
Oh,
And
Well, I
then
want to do a sing off.
nobody wanted to do
No,
the
you
twerk.
don't, Didi.
I do.
yeah. Skip the
Oh,
twerking. That's a lot of funky. No, I'm just kidding. But
Thank
no,
you.
Okay, like
the
fuck your booty out there.
yeah, that would have been
Oh,
that was screen. You
Voodoo,
know
I
how
meant
it'd
to
be so
ask.
foggy on them cameras.
Now
Yeah.
I
Voodoo,
am
I meant to
having
ask you.
yeah, can I do
Did
a
she?
shameless plug? I am having a
Wait, wait,
spoken
oh,
word
wait.
challenge on the 22nd. Oh, I'm sorry. Go
Is
ahead.
Toby yelling?
What? What you say, Miss Bernadette? Bernadette, a what?
A
She having a
spoken
spoken
word
word.
challenge on the
I'm
on the
doing that too. I'm gonna do that too, girl.
and it's an all Aries 80s party because y'all was talking about firecracker, and I was like, yes, the show, that's my music. But yeah, y'all I was
When
like, I
is it?
feel
When is it,
old
Miss
saying an
Bernadette?
80s party, but it's just 80s music. It's March 22nd, so it's what, 2 Fridays from now. It's
What
nice.
time?
It starts at 6 because that's the all Aries party, and then at 7 is going to be the spoken word challenge. So everybody gets there early. So when we start, everybody's already there. So 6 o'clock.
Is
It starts at 6.
that Eastern Standard Time?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Hey, Voodoo, I meant to ask you. Did you see yourself in the Sims thing?
No, I have not seen it, but they told me about it. I need to
Oh
find the
my,
channel.
You looked
oh my,
crazy in a good way.
it, it was so good. You have to see it. You really, really have to see it.
I'm sorry, I'm
Yeah, I want to
biased.
see
Baby
it.
noodles is my favorite.
that shit was funny as
It
hell.
was a fight in the. Oh, sorry. What you say?
I couldn't believe they had to fight.
Yeah,
No,
That
that
fight was
fight was
funny.
epic though. That fight
that
was
fight was
epic.
crazy.
But I
That
want to
fight
know
was funny.
who was the girl that what was the girl's name that fixed Nessa's face?
Hmm.
Was that supposed to be Misty?
No, that was Demon Soul and her fighting. Or what did you just
Yeah, it
ask?
was them
No,
fighting, but who fixed her face?
Oh, I
That was
don't know.
Misty. That was Misty. That was her.
She ain't beef sector.
I know, but I think she has explained something about why she put her in there because of something that happened.
Oh, okay.
You got to go back and read the chat because she explained it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's her name? Crazilla. She explained it.
Hmm.
Crazy.
Yeah, but
It's spelled
that was really.
Crazilla or something like that. And one of my moms can grab it right quick before I
Please, I
close
want
out.
to see it.
She should do
Voodoo,
tutorials
yeah,
on how she
Voodoo,
make them characters look so similar.
yeah, because I think Triple Red. I think they did look like you a little bit. If I
I
remember how you look,
It
you really
did
don't
look
come on
like it.
camera
It was.
anymore.
It was cute.
Yeah, they do. She does a really good job.
But that
Yeah, and
ramen
Voodoo was
noodles,
there, and
baby.
Voodoo was dancing the whole night. That was good. I said, "Go ahead,
Yes.
Voodoo."
Yes.
That's why that back be hurting.
What have you laughing though,
Boy, shut up.
Roman? Why did they have you with no shirt on at first? That's
The whole show, I had no shirt on.
no,
I
you
know.
had clothes on at the end.
thought
And I
you
was,
had one when you was giving Team Mo a lap dance.
yeah, I was saying I was giving her a lap.
Oh.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I mean, that burgundy outfit was cute. But the first outfit, I was like, why he ain't got no shirt on?
Nothing on top. MU singing "The Boy Is Mine" to Lady Snoop.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Yeah, that was
That was funny.
that was funny.
It's, the way she spelled Emu's name is hilarious to me too. It's like,
Yes,
Man,
that was funny.
yeah,
That was, and Demon's O looked so pretty. Like it was so pretty. I mean, they had her like the queen, honey. She was elegant.
she was. She was.
Mm-hmm.
I think she still put Billie
Until she
Jean in
whooped
there.
that ass. Until she whooped that ass, that shit was so funny.
No, y'all, I could not get over Jaden with the full face paint and the heels on and the booty short. I could not. That was too funny.
Yeah, it was a lot going on. That was a lot going on. Well, all right, Auntie, I'm gonna drop down. I just wanted to tell my story real quick because that letter had me wondering, like, and I'm still wondering on that second letter. What two men is she sleeping with in the beef sector?
I
That's what I
don't think
said.
it's beef sucker.
I don't think. I think it's black sector because she said we ain't got two straight men of
What
Mm.
age.
what straight man we have in the sector other than Tim Allen
Ain't that his name, Tim Allen?
No,
Troy
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 Allen.
Allen.
Allen,
Yeah, who else? And
Mr.
I know
Williams.
she ain't sleeping.
Mr.
I know
Williams.
she
Mr.
ain't sleeping with no Troy Allen, because I don't see him
Oh,
doing that
that's
too.
it. Hey, room shaker baby, thank you for coming past.
I think that's a ruse. I don't think it's. I think they switched
Oh
up their
damn,
personality.
and Ken, Claudia. I'm not gonna say that other name because when they first got here, they were bisexual. So I'm gonna leave that where it be. But and Ken, so we got three. But I don't see Troy Allen having. I don't think he has
TRX.
any moderators.
I'm reading the chat. I'm reading the chat. Somebody said TRX in the chat.
No, that's Bam being messy.
Okay.
Wait,
Right.
Lemon bisexual? I wasn't. I was gone when that's all went down. Lemon, it said he was bisexual.
When he first came, the
Yeah,
very beginning.
I could have sworn when he first came, I heard a conversation between him and Custer, and they were talking
Well,
about it. If I'm
It's
not
a
right,
two
if I'm
straight
not
men, babe. No shit.
incorrect,
Wait, they weren't dating?
true.
See, I heard that too.
That's probably somebody being messy.
Right.
all I'm gonna say is I don't know, but I know what I heard back in the day. So, but I
And
want to thank
Bernadette, I'm
everybody for
kind of with
coming
you
out.
though. I think it's flipped.
I think it's flipped. I do. I think to throw us off, it's a gay man with two gay lovers. I'm sorry.
That's what I originally
This
thought too,
deception.
actually, when I heard it.
I think it's
When I
flipped.
heard
Okay.
I think it's
Oh,
flipped.
okay.
it wasn't till then that I caught her say, um, something about being a woman with two men, and I was like, oh, okay. Because when I first heard her read it, my mind went straight to two gay men or three gay
That's what
men
I thought
actually.
until I read that part.
That
I
one little
think
part where she
I
said
think it's Voodoo Rodney. I don't know who the third is.
But
Oh wow.
they live, no, but they say they live close by each other, right? They didn't live
I
far
said
from each other,
somebody in the
right?
DMV. It's somebody in
Yeah,
the
they said they
DMV.
live within 45 minutes of each other. So
I think it's some men in the DMV.
ODS is in the area.
He's
It's a lot
not
of
in the
people in the
DMV.
DMV.
Richmond, as far as I see, he's too far away to be the DMV. Y'all can cut that bull
Okay,
out.
well then it's not the DMV I'm thinking. I'm thinking Richmond, I'm thinking Baltimore, I'm thinking DC, I'm thinking, that areas, those areas.
That
I know they
Richmond
all
is way
different.
further than
I
40,
know.
40 minutes.
everything's
Okay,
bigger
y'all.
in
Well, I'm
Texas.
gonna
It
close,
may be
baby.
Texas.
Thank
It's like
each and every one of y'all for coming up. I enjoyed y'all.
thank
Thank
you.
everybody.
All right,
The
bye.
cash apps and the stuff.
Bye.
We'll have to talk about that one afterwards. Because that's a whole mess in itself.
Yeah. All right, dear.
Everywhere I go, Joe, families be like,
Bye,
where
y'all.
you from? Whether it be New York or the UK. And I be like, I'm from DC, DC. I'm from DC, DC. I'm from DC, DC. I'm from DC, DC. Yeah, and they don't believe it, So I just tell them this right here. Let the beat rock, let the beat rock, let the beat rock.
Now, that was a good one. We'll have to talk about that one afterwards. Because that's a whole mess in itself.
So